Marks with John is on vacation, so this week we bring you Brace and Dunn. Two non-country guys with a country show name. I hope you're ready, Philly, because here are your hosts, Sean Brace and Ray Dunn on 97.5 The Fanatic, YouTube, and the Fanatic app.
Giddy up, Sean Brace. We are having ourselves a Thursday here on Middays without Marks. Johnny still on vacation. Sean Brace to my left. Sean, how we feeling today?
Feeling good, feeling great.
And nobody's dragging?
There's some guys dragging today.
Nobody's dragging today.
Yeah, a little bit of dragging.
It's all the adrenaline that's coming in. Talking about the trade deadline, talking about cutting grass, and still waiting for LeBron James. We will recap the
Misread the calculation
that we had
There you go.
last night, which was tremendous. Shout out to our good friends at the Philadelphia Union for what they put together down the Delaware River.
About that.
And then what they put together on the field last night. How about that? They have to do that before every game now. That's officially what has to go down. It's the official word we gave to them getting off that boat. We said it. If you win tonight, this is how it has to happen forever. It's a superstitious thing.
I promise you, boat talk will be fun. We will get into that a little bit later. Shout out to the Union, though, getting the dub last night.
Great time, great game. Really good job hosting everyone. We'll talk about all the festivities that we got into yesterday as we had a great time going down the Delaware River. Dutsy, Hair Jordan back for another day behind the board. What is up with you today, Dutsy?
Good morning, Raymond. It's an excellent Thursday. Excellent.
Excellent is the word, I think, if you just ignore what happened to the Phillies and where we start today, because that was not excellent. That was a nice slap in the face of reality between the two sides. Monday was great-ish. I came in Tuesday. I was like, I don't feel too overwhelmingly good about the fact that they won that game because it just didn't feel like a game that you would continue to win against the Dodgers. Tuesday night, we know what happens there. Last night, if you were underwhelmed by the base running decisions on Tuesday night, they doubled down on it last night. Stott getting thrown out at third, breaking to third on a ground ball to third, leaving everyone, including Joe Davis, absolutely baffled at his decision. But last night, the story is pretty much everything that is a shortcoming for this team kind of followed up with what you got last night. Bullpen looked shaky. Your fourth starter was in there too long. And ultimately, your lineup against the left-handed starter didn't produce enough to get you over the top against the Dodgers. It is all the problems for the Phillies coming together in one night. I'm curious for you, Sean Brace, of all the issues last night, what is the biggest that sticks out to you?
There's a number of things, right? The base running is really, it's got to be bothering everybody because it's just Little League mistakes. That's the issue. Like, what are you doing on that, Stott? There is no reason for you to, that's just a Little League mistake. It's something if you were doing, you were 12 and you would get yelled at by the manager. Like, you can't do that. What are we doing on a professional diamond making those mistakes and running you out of innings and, of course, taking you out of scoring position? I think there was one out. Yeah, one out on that play. So, and look, I will be again, I'm always the glass half full guy.
Right.
I'm the optimist, right? I'm the guy that's never angry. I'm the guy that's always happy, right?
Yeah. Angry Brace. That's what I call you.
Am I allowed to say that I think what took place over the last 3 days at Citizens Bank Park is the best case scenario for the Phillies?
You're allowed to say it. I'm interested to see where you're going to go with it.
Let me sell you the vision.
Okay.
A lot like having bad neighbors. It needs a little context. I'm going to give you a little context of this. All right, so game one. You went down it already with the 3 games. And hear me out. I'd love to get the people's perspective on this because if I'm out of my mind, they'll let me know, and Ray will do it as well.
Yeah.
Even Dutch, too. Game one, they slug them. Remember, I was fired up. We come in the next day. They hit 5 home runs. Show you the blueprint and how to beat this L.A. Dodgers team, back-to-back World Series champions. All right, so that's game one. Game two, it was a pitcher's battle. Wheeler goes in there, 7, 8 strikeouts, gives you everything you needed from Zach Wheeler to get the victory. You come up short because of a Max Muncy home run that he gave up in the 3rd or 4th inning, whatever it was. And you were tight, but you lost a game that was very winnable. And then in game 3 yesterday, you get blown out 9-5. Now, I know things got a little bit lopsided in the later innings. Credit to Max Muncy and Edman again. And that goes into this concoction that I'm pouring right now, where it's the best case scenario, because that's the bar, Dave Dombrowski. That's there it is. That's your champion. That's the team you're going to have to play come October. That's the team that you're going to have to face. So guess what? You're not good enough to beat them right now. So what do you have to do? That's the question. Now, is it going to be possible to get those pieces to fill in some of the holes to help you come this trade deadline? I hope. I know they're going to be aggressive. They're going to be out there. We're going to have some Bryce Harper conversation on that because he had some thoughts from the podcast with Mookie Betts. But that's it. The best case scenario for the Phillies, they lost 2 of 3 to the LA Dodgers, who potentially could win another World Series. You're not as good as them. You have to be better than them. How do you get there?
I love that you are going to give me the glass half full, but I'm looking at the glass half empty right now, Sean Brace. And sure, I think today you wake up, if you're Dave Dombrowski, somewhere, just like, all right, yeah, they showed us what we are. He still believes.
We have a good club.
I firmly believe he's sitting there like, yeah, they're good. Maybe he is thinking about
Fine line.
the difference of Tuesday night. If we just don't make that base running mistake, there's a chance that we're in a position to win that baseball game. Maybe he does have that type of relaxed mentality towards it. But if it took 2 of 3 down to the Dodgers for him to realize the flaws of this team, man, oh man, are we in some trouble. Like, it was a very predictable series when you look at it. Ultimately, when you came in this week, it's like, all right, you got Sheehan, who's struggling, a right-handed pitcher, going up against Sanchez. You'd like to think the Phillies are going to win that baseball game. You're like, all right, they can take that one game. You got 2 guys, one that was an all-star, one that should have been an all-star, and Wheeler, Robleski going against each other on Tuesday night. That kind of feels like the swing game of the series, because on Wednesday night, you end up with Nola on the mound against Lauer. Not that Lauer's a great pitcher, but he's a left-hander against this lineup. You feel like if there's a game they're going to lose, that feels like the game they're going to lose. You lost the swing game there. You end up losing 2 of 3. And ultimately, and it's very easy to say on Thursday that we could have predicted this on Sunday, but you kind of felt like you could get here. And the gap still exists. So last night, as I'm thinking through, I'm scrolling when I'm getting home, like, all right, where are we going tomorrow based on this? I was doing the condensed game, rewatching. And ultimately, my mind went right to the gap between these 2 teams.
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny because I log on to the old Bird app, and the first thing I see, our guy Colin Newby from down at the stadium, video of him talking about the gap between the 2 sides. Here's the issue. There's not a chance, they're not going to be able to close that gap of talent by the end of this season. Not at a trade deadline, because as much as the Phillies will try to improve themselves, the Dodgers are going to try to improve themselves. I was reading on ESPN, I think it was Holding or Passing 1 to 2, saying that somebody has suggested to them the Dodgers are going to be as aggressive as possible to try and go for the back-to-back-to-back. And say what you will, when it comes to the Phillies farm system, the Dodgers find a way to get things done. They have more highly rated guys, and I think ultimately when it comes to aggression, they're going to be the most of anyone. Again, it's going to be irritating. We're going to be upset about it. It's probably the reason we want baseball next year.
Yeah, they could probably get a better catcher in there. I think, is there a Hall of Famer that's just sitting out there
when
waiting?
Will Smith gets healthy.
Yeah, that's true. You're right.
There you go.
And rushing went 2 for 4 last night, too. Perfect.
Ultimately, they are not going to be able to close that gap talent-wise. They're not going to be able to close that gap with the Dodgers when it comes down to the 2 sides. When you go into the postseason series between those 2 teams, if it happens this October, and it feels like if you're going to go do something in the postseason, it's going to have to go through the Dodgers at some point, there's going to be a gap that favors the Dodgers. I hate to be, we're going to have to just cross your fingers, get there, and hope that you get more of Monday than what you got on Tuesday and Wednesday, but that's pretty much where you're at.
And that's fine for you to say, and that's fine for us to say here on microphones and for fans to feel that way, but that's not fine for Dave Dombrowski.
No, he's got to improve the team. I think he's going to go about doing that. I think they're going to try. And coming up, the reporting, what Jason Stark had to say on Unfiltered yesterday, what I read from Matt Gelb in The Athletic earlier today, the way they're going to go about improving this team, interesting to say the least.
Oh, yeah.
The way that they think they're going to go down this path. But ultimately today, I'm curious for you out there, 610-632-0975. Do you see an ability to close this gap? Can they close this gap with the Dodgers? Because to me, it's going to be more baseball happenstance if I want to talk myself into them winning a World Series than actually being the best team in the National League. It is the Dodgers.
I'm the Phillies.
It is the Dodgers. And then everyone else. I'm not going to take the money ball, approach of the Dodgers, 50 feet, but it's really the Dodgers and then everybody else. The Phillies could fall into that second tier, but they're not getting themselves into the Dodgers tier this season. They just have to be the team that gets hot there at the end to beat them. That's pretty much the takeaway from this week. They've got top-end talent. When you get down to player 8 through 26 on the roster, give me the Dodgers 10 times out of 10.
It's funny. You look at the 3 games and your takes. Everybody has a take from this series. I'm curious to know where everybody else is. My big takeaway today is the bar has been set. It's a good thing. I'm happy the way it played out. I really am. I'm happy that they did not win this series yesterday. 9-5, got butts kicked at Citizens Bank Park. Not 2 games, not 3 games. Last night they did. Now go ahead and make some moves. Oh, by the way, yeah, people are talking in the clubhouse as well. Literally.
Yeah, people are talking. We're going to get to what Bryce Harper had to say to Bookie Bets. Also, coming back, we'll get you what Mattingly had to say, whether or not this changes anything about where they stand in the National League. We'll play that for you coming up. Get into the trade deadline talk. A lot of Phillies early on. Can the Phillies close this gap? 610-632-0975. Or do you believe there is an opportunity for the Phillies to close this gap? You can get in by call, by text, on the voice memo, 610-632-0975. He's Sean Brace. I'm Ray Dunn. Middays with Marks, 97.5 The Fanatic.
If we play well, we're capable of beating anybody. So there's nothing that happened in this series that changes my view at all.
Not the changes. Not the changes, Mattingly's viewpoint.
I don't know how you could say. Well, again, it's one thing again for us to sit here and say. It's another for him to be on a microphone. Like, he's got to be, he can't put stuff out there, flaming hot takes. It's July. It's July 23rd. It's a regular season game.
Yep.
These guys just got to roll in and keep doing their thing. I get it from Mattingly's perspective.
Oh, yeah, I get it from Matt. It's fill in whatever manager right there. That's the answer right there. That's your stock answer. Not the changes. We believe in our guys. I'm not telling him that he has to hold feet to the fire after a 3-game set with the Dodgers, because ultimately what this series has shown you is this team is this team. It's not a coach-driven thing here. It is a player-driven problem consistently with this team. And problem I use is probably a strong word for a team that's going to win 90 games, you would imagine. That's won 90-plus games the last couple of years. We know has been to a World Series. But ultimately, we've seen the movie. I haven't been to the movie since before the pandemic, but ultimately this is a movie I feel like I've watched a lot.
Trying to see Odyssey.
You're going, I thought.
Nothing booked just yet.
Oh, I thought you had booked it.
No. We're still trying to figure out what we're doing. Whether it's
You're seeing it in Dolby, though.
Yeah.
You're not an IMAX guy.
Well,
you wait for to get it home.
The issue is that you can't even get a ticket until like a month from now.
Still gonna be in theaters? How long are things in theaters nowadays?
That's a good question. I would think as long as people are showing up, they're gonna keep rolling them out, right?
Right? I guess. I don't know. You seem like a movie guy,
2
Dutzy.
weeks? I haven't been to movies in years.
No,
No,
they
it's
stay
not
in
2
there.
weeks.
Yeah.
It's got to be longer than
Again,
that.
I think it comes into as far as audience. If audience is still buying the tickets and showing up, you're going to keep that thing in theater 6. They got 11 of them, 12 of them inside.
Long will
Yeah, it makes
Odyssey.
sense. Something like the Odyssey is not going anywhere anytime soon. I can promise you that.
Expected to last roughly 45 days. Wow.
I'll take the over.
Yeah. I mean, that's just what AI says.
I'm a gambling man.
You are a gambling man. It's not fun to take the under.
Well, and that brings us back into something from the Dodgers' perspective here. And I got a tweet from Jason, and Jason says the Phillies don't have enough and won't. Dodgers are 12 to 13 offensive players. Philly has 4 guys. Tucker played 1 game this series, yada, yada, yada. I get it. Dodgers are great. I'm not here to deny that. And I get it from Jason's perspective. I'm with you. But that's the issue. We can see it, so can they. And if Dave Dombrowski, John Middleton, upper management are serious about winning a championship, beating the Dodgers, not competing with the Dodgers. I'm talking about beating them. That's the bar. We're trying to win a ring here. We want a parade, right? That's what Bryce Harper said when he signed. 2008 was a long time ago. Okay? So with that, you got to be aggressive. There are pitchers available that you can go and get this trade deadline. Yeah, there's going to be a long list of teams out there that want those services. Okay, well, outdo them, outbid them. Do whatever you need to do to improve this roster. Easier said than done? Yes, but that's for Dave Dombrowski to figure out.
And to be clear, I didn't put this because I obviously heard Andrew this morning doing the conversation about what are you looking to do in terms of what, as you as a fan, want the Phillies to do. Is it, you want to go all in, or are you doing some sort of a cautious buy? I think the consensus here, and Dutzy, you can chime in and correct me if I'm wrong on this one. You and I are both aggressive, pedal to the metal, go make it happen.
Yes.
Like, I'm sitting here looking at guys in their 30s thinking they're not getting any younger. This farm system doesn't have a ton. Again, like when we talk chips all in, I keep making the same analogy. I don't think you have a lot of chips right now to just be thrown around. But, yeah, I'm being aggressive to improve this roster, ultimately ahead of what could be a lockout next year, given this starting pitching doesn't last forever. There is an expiration date to Wheeler's career. Like, I'm all for going all in and doing it. It's just so much so that I see the gap right now between the two sides, their ability to improve in 2 weeks' time. I look at it and say, yeah, the way that this happens is, man, you catch them at the wrong time, you get them at the right time because they're just better than you. Mm-hmm. They are flat out better than you. And I don't see whatever move you make on August 3rd, whatever move I realistically believe you can make at August 3rd, being the thing that pushes you past the Dodgers. It's going to take finding them in October, finding them probably in that NLTS.
Yep.
Probably try and catch them in a short series where the fine line, you end up on the right side of it. And ultimately, I don't think you do enough little things as a team to find yourself on the right side of that line. But I'd love for you to prove me wrong come October. I'm looking at these two sides right now, and the ledger just so much far in the Dodgers' favor. But I'm curious, Dutzy, since we're both in agreement, I don't want to silence the fan base perspective of, hey, I'm okay not going all in. I'm kind of being cautious here. I don't want to. Do you feel that way, Dutzy?
I mean, I think they have to go all in, but again, is the all-in move a Harrison Bader type move because that's what they're capped at with the farm system. I agree with you. My nervousness, Ray, is also the Dodgers are going to get better. Who's going to get to Reese-Skubal? They have the leading suitor. So, they're going to beat you no matter what you do with the deadline. So, you have to go all in. But, again, you're capped of what you can do. So, it's a guy like Heliot Ramos getting you over the top. I don't think any move gets him over the top. Even if they get Mason Miller, you're still not better than the Dodgers. So, I don't think you can close that gap at all. I just think that's the reality.
That's a fair take. The gap is wide. They're the best team in baseball.
Yeah.
But, oh, by the way, only one game better than the Milwaukee Brewers, which is very interesting. Back to the betting perspective. I always take it to the odds. The Dodgers plus 190. All right, that's it. For you, not so much, Ray, but for the people out there, like Jason, that's it. Then go put a shoebox bet on the Dodgers. That's it. They won the World Series.
I went into my shoebox. I paid my credit card yesterday. There's nothing left.
Okay.
There's nothing left.
Can you buy some chips?
No.
You need some chips.
I need a lot of chips.
It's on July 23rd, the shoebox bet, plus 190. Right? It's a great price.
Yeah, it is.
Go ahead, bet the Dodgers to win the World Series then if it's that easy.
But see, like this time last year, the Brewers were on a roll, best record in baseball, and everyone was like, "All right, they're going to run into the Dodgers," and the Dodgers just steamrolled them, no problem in the playoffs. They couldn't even hang with them.
Yeah.
Like that's my problem. Is the Dodgers looked even worse in the regular season last year, and they still ended up winning the whole thing.
Oh, they definitely have another gear.
Exactly.
Right?
Not to mention, you're without Blake Snell, Glasnow, Will Smith, and Edwin Diaz. They're getting better already with their own resources coming back.
Right. If they just do the old cliche of the real addition at the deadline was all these guys coming back.
Get me Manfred on the line, please. Like, am I allowed to cry and say that this isn't fair?
I got a couple organizations I want to call for why'd you let your player walk out the door?
What is going on? That's just ridiculous, those names that you just brought up, Dutz. But that's the reality of where we're at. It's the Habs, the LA Dodgers,
I was going to say, it's
and
the Dodgers.
everybody else.
Yeah, even the Phillies, who are a top 5 payroll, are sitting there and we're like, yeah.
And that's interesting. Again, back over to the odds, DraftKings Sportsbook, Phillies plus 1,300. Tied with the Mariners. Braves are in front of them at 12-1, and Brew Crew at plus 950. Yankees plus 550. So only a couple teams right there. Odds makers in Vegas are telling you the Phillies are in the thick of things.
I would want to know from people at 610-632-0975. You get in, call, text, Davis on the text line, or the voice memo. Now remember, with your voice memos, we've kind of slacked on it this week.
Yeah, name.
We need name, location, and we like the occupation.
Yes.
I want to know the occupation. I enjoy that. But, again, the Davis on the text line, 610-632-0975. Get your voice memos in on that. I'm painting a pretty dire picture here. I understand right now. It's where I'm at after them losing 2 or 3 to the Dodgers, and I'm listening to Joe Davis like, what's Stott thinking on that one? And I'm watching just Nola come out for the 6th inning, and as it happens, I saw it. Like, I looked down at my phone, Muncy homer. I'm like, oh God. I went and looked. 85 pitches is what he finished at. I got to say, I probably would have rolled him back out there for the 6th. I saw people questioning Don Mattingly last night. But, like, I'm looking at all these things as these things are going wrong. It's the starter that we've complained about all year. It's them going against the left-handed starter. Bullpen looks shaky. And I understand how dire I could paint it. I'm curious to hear from the Philly fan that sits here after 2 or 3 of the Dodgers like, you know what? It's all right. We're right there with them. You know, I feel the optimism for October. Your spin on it today is good in the sense that it's a nice wake-up call for them. But I just think if the wake-up call had to come, we're in trouble. Like, if you have the job interview at of your life at 8 a.m. and you need someone
Today? Oof.
You need
That's not good.
There's some guys dragging today.
you had the phone call your life at 8:30 earlier today.
I did.
We'll get to that in a second.
I woke up with it.
But, like, you should not need the person banging on your door at 7:45. The wake-up call should already happen for you. You should be awake, alert, and ready to go. They need to be awake, alert, and ready to go for this trade deadline.
No, you're right about that. And I know the sentiment along this fan base because we're all in the same boat here. Like 2 years ago, you could have sold me a little bit more on the optimism. Last year, a lot of people were like, man, I've seen this movie, like you said today. And therefore, that's where everybody is right now. And you just witnessed and you're watching. This team is struggling coming out of the break, which is unfortunate, but that's the reality of where we're at right now. Yep. Losing 2 of 3 to the Mets and now 2 of 3 to the Dodgers, and it's not getting any easier.
Yankees in town starting tomorrow night.
Step on up.
Yep.
Then you get the Marlins, which is, I know they're going the opposite direction.
I was going to say it. The Marlins watch. What did the Marlins do last night? They have now...
Series in Miami after the
it's
Yankees?
in Miami.
Okay.
9 in a row. The Marlins are 1 game above 500. The Miami Marlins giving their team ownership a reason not to spend for yet another year. 9 straight losses.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, that's one less buyer works for me.
That's right. And at least they'll have a couple pieces that they'll be able to sell. But, yeah, that's a team that's definitely going the opposite direction. Nationals are tied with them right now. Mets clearly at the bottom, 17 games out, 43-60. Yeesh. I get it. Like I said, the sentiment from this fan base is, same old song and dance. We're exhausted. We're not good enough to be the best of the best. But we're going to enjoy it. But I will also say this, as we pointed out a few times, that we saw the sellout. Only 8?
Yeah.
8 sellouts? Like, the fan base is telling you, too, like, all right,
I'm curious about that. We threw it out there. We didn't really get the engagement on it yesterday, and we didn't come back to it. Like, is there something to that?
That's a significant drop. I think 24 last year, 8 total this year.
I'm curious, is there something to that for people? Is it the price at the ballpark? Is it...
And my bad, it was 24 up into this date.
Yeah.
So I don't even know what the total number was last year. I'll look that up, but it was 24 up to the date. Destiny had it from
Phillies Nation, yeah, Destiny Legardo. I'm curious, is it the prices? Is it the product? Like, it's always a combination of things, but what is the biggest driving factor keeping you from the ballpark? I'd love to get somebody's perspective on that.
You think exhaustion is on that list? If we
I think
top
the
5 answers on the board,
Yeah.
Family Feud style?
Well, I'm curious what would be number one. Is it price or is it product?
It's definitely not product. Like, it can't be. This team has ball players, man. Like, you get the opportunity to go see Bryce Harper on a daily basis. Dude still delivers. Kyle Schwarber, everybody loves the long ball.
You don't have to sell me on going to the ballpark. I was already there twice this week.
Talking to the wrong guy.
If I wasn't going to spend time with my family this weekend, I would be down there again.
Does it make your blood boil, the fact that sellouts are down this year? Like, what are you guys waiting for?
Yes, it does. Made my blood boil. I had to deal with all these Dodgers fans in my section Monday and Tuesday.
That's fair.
I was on the Broad Street line. I got all this blue around me. I was livid. There's people, and that was the thing Monday night. That's maybe why I was in the mood Tuesday. I didn't get into this, but there are the Dodgers fans, like, after that loss, like, well, we probably had them. Like, we did lose the game, but we have them. And it's like, that arrogance, you being in my city on my Broad Street line, getting off at Lombard South and talking about how you got the Phillies despite the fact the Phillies won the game. Like, that arrogance, the cockiness, the confidence, I don't blame you for having it, but it drove me nuts, and they were right.
It's that championship
They
medal,
were right
man.
the next 2 days.
You win back-to-back titles. No one's on your level.
Yeah, it's like, oh, yeah, well, I heard, Sheehan's not going to pitch against him in the postseason. They're not going to get him. Like, we'll get him tomorrow night. I was like, you MFer in my city, like, saying that on my Broad Street line. Why? But that's where I couldn't fight them on it. I couldn't disagree. I didn't feel great. You heard it. So we mentioned this earlier. Jason Stark was on with Unfiltered yesterday, and it was something that also Matt Gelb from The Athletic was reporting on today. The Phillies' approach at the trade deadline. Across baseball, hitting is down. Right-handed hitting is down. This is not a new phenomenon. I don't know what happened. I don't know how we got to this point. Pitching has gotten great. Hitting, they're having a tough time. Right-handed hitters especially. So there's a lot of teams looking for right-handed hitters. There's also a number of teams, as every time we get to this time of the year, looking for bullpen help. So when everyone zigs, are the Phillies going to try and zag to find the biggest addition for them? Jason Stark, yesterday on Unfiltered, talking about where the Phillies may go this trade deadline.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to shock you when I tell you this, but it's obviously some combination of bat, reliever, starter. And I think there was a time when a bat was at the top of their shopping list. When I talk now to teams that have spoken to the Phillies, it doesn't sound that way to me anymore. They're shopping for an impact arm. From what I can tell, that could be a starter, that could be a reliever, it could be both. But it actually sounds like they're being surprisingly active in the starting pitcher market right now.
So that was yesterday on Unfiltered. Today, we went on the air at 10 o'clock, 6:15 this morning on The Athletic. Matt Gelb drops a story. And the headline of this, what we're hearing about the Phillies' trade deadline strategy for starting pitching, which a couple weeks ago is, it's just a fifth starter. You still need the right-handed bat. Look at this bullpen. Now, at this point, it seems they've looked at the market, and they are trying to upgrade. And we're not just talking about fifth starter. The Phillies have told teams in recent weeks they're searching for a fifth starter, but of late, the Phillies have been more willing to discuss high-caliber arms, the kind of pitcher who would be capable of starting a postseason game. That's according to Matt Gelb of The Athletic. Are they going to lead into, you know what, our strength is run prevention when it comes to starting pitching? We'll add one, and we'll figure out what we're going to do with our pitchers later. Relegating probably Aaron Nola to the top step in the postseason, which I don't think for a lot of people, people are going to lose sleep over that one. But we've seen them try to add before the hybrid starter. We're going to get a little out of it. They got 2 starts out of Syndergaard in 2022. You remember they added Lorenzen. Lorenzen's role in the postseason was confounding to me in 2023. They added Buehler last year by way of free agency, and he didn't see any bit of use in the postseason, albeit it was a 4-game postseason. When I sit here and look at this idea, I don't hate it because it does feel like they need some sort of stability. The 5-20 record's been thrown out there with the fifth starter spot. That's not good enough. That's the difference between you winning a division, you coming in the wild card. It's the difference between you being a wild card team and missing the postseason. Not that I think that's going to happen, but I don't hate it. It's just if they go into the postseason with this lineup unchanged, not going to feel good about myself.
No.
So do you have to prioritize You have to prioritize getting a bat, but starting pitching seems to be their focus. Is it flawed of them for that to be their focus?
Yeah, I think it's an interesting angle. It might be their only option to get to the level of we are a World Series contender, right? Like I think so. If you're going to give me that angle, then sure, I can get there with you. Again, I told you yesterday, if I'm trying to sell the Phillies to a bidder out there for a potential World Series champion, it starts with the starting pitch. Wheeler goes down,
right.
Mows him. Sanchez mows him down. Luzardo, game 3-0, series over. Boom, right? Like I can make that case, but they've had great starting pitching, and we've been down this path, and it did not translate to a World Series championship. This is a good team, right? Are they a great team? I don't think so, but this is a really good team since Don Mattingly has taken over. The record will tell you that. We have a good club. I like the approach, though. If they were to say, look, we know the market is a little bare and maybe this type of a player or this position, we're going to stay away from that. Instead, we're going to target a starting pitcher, somebody that's on one of the, like you said, a potential playoff starter. That's a really good arm. I like that angle, actually. I do.
They need then to be as aggressive as possible in the postseason of utilizing their best arms in games. And I go back to the Ranger Suarez is available for this game, but we didn't see Ranger Suarez against Dodgers. Like if this is the way you're gonna go, because I understand what you're saying, and I think it might be their best case to say, hey, we have meaningfully changed this team to a point where the talent level has been raised. It's helped raise our ceiling. They have to be aggressive in utilizing their best pitchers. Because if you go get a starter and you're telling me, this guy's going to start the fourth game, I don't want to be down 2-1 with the trade deadline acquisition coming out there on the mound. We got into...
What's the reasoning behind that?
Early on in our time on this show was the Aaron Nola start and then the piggyback from Ranger Suarez 5 innings after that. Hey, ends up being the game they win in that series. Who would have thought that would have been the game you win when you have Sanchez, Wheeler, and all that? But they need to be, if they're going to go down this path, they need to be aggressive in the way they go about doing that.
I like that. Also, it might be a little flawed. It might be their only option. I get that, but it might be a little flawed, this logic, because you have to be, if you're going to go into the playoffs thinking that, starting pitching is going to be the reason we're going to continue to advance, you got to do all the other things right. That means base running. That means
fielding.
Defense, fundamentals. Which something this team is struggling with right now.
Any pitcher, if you gave them truth serum for this Phillies team, any pitcher on this team, inject them with truth serum, they would tell you, the defense has cost me at least one time this season.
Not good.
Not good.
Nope.
No, not good. All right. I think
I'm down on the Phillies.
The overall sentiment is there. We're going to go to the phone line here, 610-632-0975. Do you believe this team can close the gap on the Dodgers? My answer to that almost wants to be, does it matter? Because you see crazy things happen in the postseason all the time. But when I watch it play out in real time, the answer is no. And the answer is painfully obvious to me.
That's why it was a good thing that they lost 2 or 3.
Let's go to Nick in Philly. Nick, you're on 97.5 The Fanatic.
Oh.
What's up, Nick?
How you doing, guys? Great topic. All right. Let me go over a couple things. First of all, I believe we lost in the off season. That's where we lost. Okay. Now I don't understand. Everyone about Dombrowski. He is really the problem. Since we lost the World Series in 22, he's kept one thing constant: our lineup don't work. It's proven it don't work. Okay. So when you look at the Dodgers in comparison, just the fundamentals is night and day. The contact levels night and day. So there are a lot of big things like that prevents us from even competing with them. So in all seriousness, how can we get a top pitcher when we have one of the lowest farm systems in Major League Baseball? Dodgers are number 1. How are you beating the Dodgers getting Skubal?
Yeah, that's.
What are we going to offer them?
Yeah,
what are we going to offer them?
That's ridiculous.
I know. We don't have an everyday player that's up that. I mean, their farm system is ridiculous. So that I like the idea. Oh, come on, guys. We got so many holes in that team. We're lucky we make the playoffs right now. We're going to struggle to make the playoffs. our first 80 games of the season, we had one of the best schedules there is. The next second half is when it gets difficult. You're going to be playing these teams, better teams. It's going to be hard. I think in the end, we may make it, but come on. Let's be realistic. Why is Dombrowski get a pass here?
I don't think anyone's given. I don't think we've given Dombrowski a pass. I certainly don't think, especially this program.
Good call.
I don't think that we've given Dombrowski a pass. Do you?
Phillies to make the playoffs minus 1,000 on the yes, to miss the playoffs on the no plus 650.
So I had this slotted out a little bit later on in the program, but I'll throw it out right now. Promise or peril? The Phillies, when I put this on the show sheet, I think a week ago, it was 3 games separated them and the Braves, 3 games separated them and missing the postseason. Now I believe they're 2.5 up on the last wild card spot, and they're 4 back of the Braves. Right now, the betting odds would tell you they're going to make the playoffs. Myself, sitting right here, I would tell you they're going to make the playoffs. But I'm curious to get the feeling of the fan base. Is it more a feeling of peril or a feeling of promise?
It's funny. I would imagine Nick is going to say peril.
Yeah, there was a little panic to that.
Oh, yeah. Doom is on the horizon. He is right about the schedule, and especially with the dog days of summer, it gets a little difficult to ramp things up in August. We know how that works. But this is where you're going to show who you really are, too, as well. Like, this is the measuring stick part of the schedule. We talked about it coming out of the All-Star break. Here we are. You had a good series against the Mets to get things going. You struggled to do that. You lose 2 of 3. No rest for the wicked with the Dodgers. You don't play your A game, of course, on the base path. You see what transpires. So here we are. Now the Yankees are coming in. Everybody's going to be down on the Phillies. The Yankees are going to sweep them and watch. They'll take 2 or 3, or
I'm down on the Phillies.
Maybe even better than that. We'll find out. I'm not on peril. I think this is a good ball club. You still got guys that can go out there and mash. You got guys that can go out there and mash.
Yeah.
All right. You see the potential with Turner. Bohm, keeping it going, went yard again yesterday.
Yep.
He's seen it really well. There's a lot to like about this team. Again, the big picture question today, though, is we're talking about the team that has won back-to-back titles that is probably going to do it again. Everybody else, go ahead. Plus 190. That's a good bet. Do it. It's that easy. Remember what happened last time I told you about a shoebox bet? The Sixers went up there and beat Boston in a 7-game series.
So what you're saying
Yes. I'm going
is
to
if
do
the
it.
Dodgers don't win the World Series, you're going to paint yourself blue.
I'm going to do it for the sake of the show. I just put the mortgage on the Dodgers winning. No, I kid.
You're going to grow a rat tail.
Is it that easy, though? Plus 190?
It's never that easy. It's why I want to answer, like, optimistic me wants to answer the question, do you believe they could close the gap by saying, does it matter? Like, we see fluky things happen in the postseason all the time. But the realistic version of me, and the one that is subjected to the last 3 games, that has watched these 2 teams match up now in the postseason and here, says, yeah, no, they're not closing the gap. They're not closing. And just given the ammunition that the Dodgers have to go make themselves better versus the ammunition the Phillies have to make them better, it's a dire feeling for me today. It's a sad feeling for me today.
If I gave you the option of the Dodgers or the field, is that an easy wager for you?
Ooh. No. I think I respect the randomness of baseball too much.
That's what I'm saying. Especially with this sport. We got, let's see what happens with this trade deadline. I'm not trying to sell you something that I don't believe.
Yeah, that's why I'm not trying to sell you today on something I don't believe.
I honestly do feel good that what took place, as I've said a number of times to start the show, best case scenario.
You think it's going to push him to go all in. What about your superstar telling you to go all in? We'll play with Bryce Harper and say on Mookie Betts podcast. And any, we talked about last year when Castellanos went on the podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Monday at noon. You mind sitting down with me on the couch for an hour? We'll do a show, and then I'll see you at the ballpark on the other side. It's odd. It's today.
It's 2026.
It's this era.
Yeah.
But it's odd.
Yep.
Betts does it. You know what? Betts is killing him with kindness. He's so nice to him having on the show, and then, so yeah, we'll just beat you in a 3-game set.
Heck of a talent.
We'll play you what Harper had to say about the Phillies at the trade deadline and get to your phone calls. Text 610-632-0975. Head up Davis on the text line. Voice memos. All that coming up here on Middays Marks, 97.5 The Fanatic.
Got something to say?
Down to third, Muncy. Stop, runs into an out. What are these guys doing?
No clue. They pop up the bunt. They run into an out. They run into a double play last night.
Yeah.
What are these guys doing?
Yeah. It just, they're laughing at us.
That's, well, if you don't laugh, you would cry, right?
I want to cry.
And that's the thing that I did after game 2 was I laughed.
Cried.
I was just cracking up at JT. I was standing on third and decided to run back to second. Like, there was nothing I've ever seen like that before. And it happened to the Phillies to blow that game and an opportunity to at least tie it at bare minimum, send it to extras. And then you go into last night. I honestly, Ray, like, is there a meeting? Is it something that you need to highlight? Is there anything you can do in July, or is this just, if you're Don Mattingly, you say, you know what? It's who we are. We're not a smart ball club when it comes to the little things.
If he doesn't know that by now, well, I guess he might not. It's only been a few months.
But my question to you is, if you're Don Mattingly, how do you approach that? Because you can't just sit on your hands. But we understand how it works, where it's, dude, you can't freak out as a manager, too.
Probably just going to have a conversation, if I assume.
With Stott or the team?
With Stott.
Because they got to look themselves in the mirror and say, man, we really took us out of both of those games, could have won both of those games, but we made too many mistakes. And you're not going to beat the Dodgers if you do that.
Tuesday's just haunting. Because Tuesday's the swing game. You each got the guy on the mound that you feel like, yeah, all right, we're going to take this one tonight. And ultimately, you didn't do enough in the first 8 innings, but in the 9th, you got the ability to do it. And you just throw it away. And like last night, that's almost like a humorous, like a kind of kick.
What are these guys doing?
Yeah. It's a kick to the gut right there.
That's Joe Davis?
Yeah.
That's a great one.
Yeah.
That's on the board.
What are these guys doing?
I think we could say that about this show.
Yeah.
Pretty often. Once an hour, we could probably hit that at least till the end of time.
Again, we were at the Union game last night. Are we still riding?
Ride with Trey.
Are we still riding with Trey? Everything good? Turner, we still riding with him?
Sure.
All right.
Yeah, man. I said, like I'm riding my O2 Avalon.
That's it.
You show me the other option.
I like that. There you
All
go.
right. Bryce Harper. Actually, let's get to Slick Rick first. He wants to get on Dombrowski to talk about what he's watching right now with his baseball team. Then we'll give Harper's plea to get all in on this season. Slick Rick, you're on 97.5 The Fanatic.
Fellas, happy Thursday. Yeah, my take is this. Like, I'm in my bag, so please let me cook 'cause I'm in the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
The fact remains is like Dombrowski is like the game has went past Dombrowski. It's like we're not in the era where it's like pitching is going to like shut down teams, especially a team with the potential of the Dodgers. They need to hit. Like, I'm a huge Bryce Harper fan. Before he even stepped on the field, I had a Bryce Harper jersey. Harper has to be the man. I'm so disappointed in Bryce, okay? Because, like, his numbers have went down. Like, if you look at his career numbers, like, everything has went down. And then in the playoffs, the guy disappears. And it's like, I'm hugely disappointed. Now, this last series, when they lost 2 out of 3, before the series started, if somebody told you they're going to score more than 15 runs and lose 2 out of 3, you'd be like, nah, no way. But that's exactly what happened. Like, it's just unbelievable. It's like I'm extremely disappointed, and I'm sorry. They're not in the same category as the Dodgers, and it's like...
Do you think they have the ability to get there by the end of this season?
I'm going to be honest, no. As much as I would want it to happen, the reality is no. Because the fact remains they played the Dodgers 6 times. They lost 4 out of 6. So they won 2 and lost 4. So basically the Dodgers have won twice as many games. And that's a small, you know, out of 162 games, that's only 6. But the fact remains is they came up in your house and they lost 1 game and they scored 7 runs in that game. That's the reality of it.
Yeah, they were right there to take that one from you on Monday night, even though they didn't. I mean, you were up 6, and then you had to get your closer in there. That was really, again, I watched that intro, irked. And that's the privilege of being down at the ballpark so much that I've seen that intro a million times, and I can be annoyed by it. I'm not annoyed by the actual theatrics of it. I'm just like, all right, Duran had to get back up. Like, if I was Duran, I would already ordered the Uber. Like, what are we doing here? Like,
yeah, the shoes are on. Ricky Bowe. Keep the spikes in the dugout. I'm not coming in.
Right. But you had to bring him into that game. And he goes down. And so I want to hit what he said there about pitching, though, because I do think good pitching beats good hitting. We've seen it. That's baseball right now. With the numbers across the board, batting average, everything, good pitching winning. The issue is, like, I think last year you kept Ohtani at bay. You had a couple of mistakes there. You know, Strahm giving up the home run. You need your guys to show up. His plea for Harper to show up, sure. His plea should be to everyone up and down that lineup.
Correct.
Those hitters to show up. I don't think you're adding the impact bat that takes you over the top. I think that's the reason why they're doubling down on pitching. Like,
I think it's an interesting angle. And, oh, by the way, it takes 2 to tango as far as trades are concerned. What is the market? Who's available if you're looking at a bat? If you're looking at a reliever, is there more of an opportunity to get a top-end starter? I guess that's the case if these are the things that we're reading.
Right. We got a couple texts on attendance. We're going to get to the Harper thing coming up here at the top or at the start of the 11 o'clock hour. But I want to get what we have on attendance because we've been kind of intrigued by this ever since the Destiny Lugardo tweet about the lack of sellouts. And then, you know, I was surrounded by Dodger fans on Monday and Tuesday night. What do we got?
So we got Chris from Lancaster checking in. Price is definitely half the reason, but it's like watching the same game on replay for 3 years now. The lineup is stale. I'm so tired of Dombrowski filling the outfield with guys that have no power every year.
Okay, so it's a 50-50 split there. You start with the price, but you go to the product. What else we got?
No name on this one, but the problem with going down to the ballpark isn't expense. It's that you go down and you don't know which team or which player is going to show up and perform. Sunday against the Mets, they look like they didn't want to play. Yesterday, Harper struck out 3 times.
Man.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's just going to a sporting event.
Yeah.
Like, if we were guaranteed victory, like even Warriors fans in, 2016, in the regular season, they still saw 9 losses. Now, granted, not a lot of them were at home, but, like, even the best teams of all time will lose a game. Like, not knowing what's going to happen at the game is why I go to the game.
Yeah. Again, everybody's going to have their take on this, but that's frustrating to hear. This team does win. They've won back-to-back championships as far as division is concerned. It's like, you know, that's got to mean something. It is a good time at the Yard. Shout out to DJ 9 and the great DJs, Hollywood up there, all those guys. You get Ray on the Jumbotron. You don't get that if you stay home.
Fan base?
I'm down on the Phillies.
Yeah, especially after losing 2 or 3. Bryce Harper, all in. I saw our guy Colby in the YouTube chat. Harper sounds entitled. We will get to that coming up next. He's Sean Brace. I'm Ray Dunn. Middays Marks, 975 The Fanatic.
Now, on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Another series loss. I'm Brandon Dutz, and this update is brought to you by the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation. The Crohn's and Colitis Foundation has led inflammatory bowel disease research and care for over 50 years. Learn more at crohnscolitisfoundation.org. The Phillies lost their second straight series coming out of the All-Star break, getting blown out by the Dodgers in the rubber match. Aaron Nola, he was Aaron Nola, 5 1/3, 7 hits, 5 earned runs, and 4 strikeouts. Season ERA for him is up to 5.82, paired to the 6.77 home ERA. After the game, Don Mattingly was asked how he would assess the series against the Dodgers.
No, nothing in this series changes our thoughts. If we play well, we're capable of beating anybody. So there's nothing that happened in this series that changes my view at all.
Phils are off today and will return to action at home tomorrow night against the Yankees with Jesus Luzardo on the mound. Union took down the Red Bulls with their next match on Saturday against Seattle. Game will begin at 7:30, and you can listen to the game live right here on The Fanatic. And the wait for LeBron's decision continues. The 76ers are still in the mix, and we'll bring you the latest the moment we have an update. This update is also sponsored by the New Jersey Department of Health. Public health works behind the scenes building a healthier future for everyone. One mission, working for you. Learn more at nj.gov/health. I'm Brandon Dutz on the home of the 76ers, Flyers, and Union, 97.5 The Fanatic and The Fanatic app.
11 o'clock hour, middays with Marks here on 97.5, The Fanatic, alongside Sean Brace. I'm Ray Dunn.
Humming, Ray.
Humming.
Got the boys fired up today, this morning. You got the
Thank
phone
goodness.
lines. Phone lines are lit up about the Phillies. People are fired up.
I haven't eaten. I just went. I'm like a scavenger right now around here. I went and found a little bit of skinny pop out there on the table. I grabbed a little bit of that. I walked down to MMR. We just saw our guy Casey Boy.
Hey, Ray.
They got the donuts sitting out near the coffee.
Did you get one?
Oh, yeah.
Hey, boy.
Everyone's looking at me. I'm like, I haven't eaten.
This is my breakfast right here, the protein bar. So
I haven't shopped. I moved into the new apartment a week and a half ago. I haven't gone grocery shopping yet. I got nothing. Last night, I'm just like chips and spinach dip as I got home. Like, I just need some substance here.
I love it.
Yeah. It was all you could eat and all you could drink. What do you think I took more advantage of?
Yep, we know that.
We'll get to that.
guys doing?
A lot. We were doing a lot.
Yeah, we will get to our evening on the Delaware and then down at Subaru Park last night. But we're humming on the Phillies early here. They lose 2-3 to the Dodgers. The question opened up, do you believe they could close the gap on them? I say no. I want to say it doesn't matter, but when I'm subjected to what I watched the last 3 nights, and certainly the last 2, it hurts. It puts you in a position of pain. Now, with that, it has not stopped either one of us from saying we want aggression from this front office. We want them to go all in. We want them to absolutely continue to try and improve this team. I don't know how much you can go about doing that given the ammunition that you have. I'm very, very guarded in what I'm expecting from this deadline. I'm not sitting here expecting Scooble. I saw that we got a tweet from someone, hey, you brought up Scooble? Yeah. We've talked about him plenty.
Oh, yeah.
We talked about Mason Miller yesterday. Great names. I don't think that you're going to outbid anyone to go get their services.
But there's going to be other guys, too.
There are other guys. There's not another Scooble.
That's fair.
Out there.
And probably not another Mason Miller. He's pretty darn good, too.
Yeah.
But there are other top-end starters that I think Dombrowski and company are targeting.
Targeting. That's the thing. And that's whether or not you're going to get outbid. But we are calling for aggression.
Stay on target.
Dave Dombrowski does not have to answer to us. He has made that very clear. He does not care for our opinions. He is Dave Dombrowski. He really doesn't have to answer to this guy.
I guess we only find out if he becomes elite or he continues to be good.
So much either, if he could say that and everything's cool. But Bryce Harper went on Mookie Betts' podcast, and he urged for some urgency from this front office.
Good listen.
Here is Bryce Harper.
Going into next year, and why I say we're going to look at this year is you're going to have teams on this side, they're going to go for it.
Yep.
You're going to have teams on this side that aren't.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're going to have nobody in the middle this year because of, the CBA. So I think when you look at it too, like if you go get a player that's worth, 40 a year, right? Like next year's kind of a wash, right? For right now, it's a wash. We don't know what's going to happen. Obviously, I hope that we play all the games we can and we get into it. But on both sides, it's not looking that way.
Right.
And so as an organization, you can kind of sit there and go, okay, well, we'll pay X amount of dollars for this guy for the rest of the season based on not having to pay full salary next year.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of teams are kind of going to be in the over here and over here more than anything. So I'm hoping that we can get to the point where we do have the guys that we can go out and get other big league ready guys or, a frontline starter or, the right-handed bat or bullpen.
Bryce Harper also believes they need a starter, a right-handed bat, and the bullpen. He is very aware of where they're at. It's kind of insane, by the way, that we've gotten to a point in this whole Major League Baseball Players Association back and forth, where 2 superstars of the league on 2 of the biggest teams, biggest markets in the league are just sitting there like, yeah, well, given the fact that we probably won't play a lot next year, we should probably go all in right now. They're just nodding to each other like, yeah, we're going to miss time next year. I will say there is a little bit of economics here that I feel like we're missing on the Bryce Harper side of things. Bryce Harper is using the idea of them not having to pay full salary next year as a reason to go get someone.
Yes.
If you don't play all 162 next year, that's also going to impact the economics of those teams. If you lose Gate next year, it's not like all of a sudden they're like, well, we're going to donate what you would have made. We had a conversation about attendance, and some people are saying the price down there is a problem. Well, that's ultimately going to hurt the pockets of the owners, too, if you're not having baseball. I'm not crying for the billionaires here, and I'm more than happy to spend their money every single time we get the opportunity to talk about the Phillies spending money. I'm not sitting here saying, oh, no. They're tapped. They go ahead, spend it. I don't care if you spend it. But what I'm saying to Bryce is, you could say, yeah, they're going to pay prorated salaries next year because you won't have all 162. it doesn't take away from the fact that they won't have all 162 to make as much money as they would in any other year.
That's a great point, and one that nobody cares about, except for the ownership.
Well, I'm just saying, Bryce is making it seem so easy. Like, oh yeah, you're not going to pay us full money next year, anyways. Which, by the way, I hate the mentality that he has there, that Betts has there, and that everyone across baseball seems to have right now, where it's, you know what? Yeah, it just doesn't look like next summer's going to happen.
Yeah.
It's a real shame. We're not going to play all 162 next year.
What did Bryce Harper get in his contract? What was the total number? Do you remember?
330. 13 for 330.
So between those two on that couch, it's over $675 million between those two. Yeah, they don't care if they play.
I don't need to just pin it on those two. It's the overall feeling of the sport, where it's like you talk to anyone, and it's like, well, it's really great that we're getting the full 162 in this year because there's nothing we could do to play next year. There's no reason why baseball could be played next year. This whole like lackadaisical mentality towards whether or not they're going to play a full season next year sucks. Absolutely sucks. I understand it's not the point of what we just played there, but every time I hear someone take that mentality that's involved with baseball where it's like, yeah, there's just nothing we can do. It's going to happen. We're going to lose baseball games. Like having that mentality, to me, it's like showing up to the bar like, well, I'm going to strike out here tonight. I'm not meeting anyone. The friend that shows up with that mentality sucks.
I like that. It's a good call, right?
They suck.
You got to be aggressive. You got to be hot. Pursuit. Let's go. I need you. I need a wingman out there.
Yeah, I need someone, you go out. It's like, tonight's really not going to be that fun. You show up somewhere, you show up at a party like this party's going to be awful. You know what's going to be awful? That party.
Yeah.
You show up to the negotiations thinking, yeah, we're not going to play baseball. You know what you're going to do? Not play baseball.
I like the way your brain works.
Anyway, go back to the Bryce thing. I need a timeout.
Well, I would just say I do like the fact that Bryce is saying that, right? Because it's coming from inside. Now, I know him and Dave Dombrowski don't have like the rosiest
you think?
relationship.
I guess we only find out if he becomes elite or he continues to be good.
But he's proving his worth. And I'm glad that Harper is saying that. It's out there. And you know what? I think there is some truth to it as well. I think of Middleton, we know him a little bit more than other owners. And he seems to be aggressive, seems to be a guy that wants to go after it. He's spending a ton of money right now. So why not? Why not? And I like that Harper is saying that.
Yeah, I like that he's saying it. I'm glad he's thinking about going all in, even if I do think his feelings flawed on it. Like, he should be urging them to. Now, it's interesting. Colby, all right, where was this? I'm scrolling YouTube chat.
Okay.
That he said this series was embarrassing. That's not what I was looking for, but that was also.
He said that Harper was
sounded entitled.
Entitled.
The phrase that he used. I believe the follow up to it. And Colby, you could correct me if I'm wrong. I'll be happy to own it if I'm wrong on that one. I believe it was Harper sounds entitled. This team has not earned going all in. Have they not earned going all in? I feel like 4 straight postseason appearances. Yeah. We've seen them in a World Series. We've seen them win back-to-back divisions. We know that the bar starts every season with, all right, 90-plus wins, right? Like, that's where we've been. I know some people this year going in were freaked out that they got old. And after the start that they had, I know Negative Nate was back there like, it's over. I told y'all, it's not. This team's going to win close to 90 games, if not right there on the nose. And they're going to compete the postseason. Mm-hmm. I feel like that bar being set is, you have to go in and be all in with that team because this is a window of still time where you are contending, despite the fact I think there's a gap between you and the top team.
Yeah, Harper's 30. He'll be 34 in October. I mean, he's coming down the back end of his career, still playing at a high level. The success that you've already had with this team, I don't see it as entitled at all. I just see it as being realistic. He wants to be aggressive in this opportunity, and it's your last time that you can improve your roster. August 3rd. That's it.
Yeah.
From there on, that's your playoff team. Got to make some changes.
Yeah, you have to push the chips in. Like, I think of this team, honestly, all these guys do you owe it to Schwarber? Mm. He signed here. What did he sign here for? To compete. You have a winning record.
You owe it to the fans, right?
Yeah, you owe it to us.
You owe it to the fans, but you also owe it to the players on the team, right? I get what you're saying, like Wheeler.
Yeah, you owe it to Wheeler.
Sanchez, what he's doing. I know he just got a new contract, but still. This team is good enough.
Right. You know how many guys across baseball, well, I guess maybe not, because Buxton wants to stay in a losing environment. Trout wants to stay in a losing environment. I'd say, how many guys really want to compete and wish they were in a team that lines up like this, but you would think it would be everyone, maybe not everyone.
Philly's not for everyone. We know that.
Yeah, we know that.
Can we go to Chaz, please? Because Chaz wants to place blame on JT Realmuto.
All right, let's go to Chaz. Chaz, you're on 97.5 The Fanatic.
Wait a second, bro. I didn't say that.
What? No, you didn't say anything. I have a comment on my screen.
You said I want to place the blame on Ray Multa. That's not right.
I apologize. Blames third base coach for a rundown. So you want to stick up for Real Multa?
No, that's not what I said.
All right,
either,
to get to your
buddy.
point, Chaz, I don't know what you want to talk about. Tell me.
There you go, cuz. Ask the question. My concern with conservatism on the base running pads is the third base coach on the play before. That man Crawford should have been home. All right, that was a bad judgment call on the path to the throw, and then it ended up being bobbled. So we would have had Ray Multa on second and a tie game at that point. That's water under the bridge.
Okay.
The thing is, we're having a conversation about a fluke play, and the Phillies would have taken 2 out of 3, and you'd be having a whole different conversation.
No, that's fair. That's fair.
I
that's
gotta
fair.
ask, is it a fluke for them to make a mental error? Is that something that's uncharacteristic of this team?
Well, I think the conservatism of the third base coach is relevant because it seems to show up an awful lot. We end up with base runners on third when we don't hit the ball when runners are in scoring position. So why are you not taking a chance to tie the game?
So you're convinced Crawford scores, they tie the game there, they end up winning the game. There's no doubt in your mind that they end up losing that game.
I'm convinced they have a chance to win the game at that point. Yeah.
Okay, so then there's still a chance for them to also lose that game.
Yeah.
Of course.
I'm
there
rid with
is.
Chaz on this one, though.
I'm and I appreciate what you're trying to get down to here. I appreciate trying to spin this as if they could, but we did the fine line parade.
Fine line.
We literally did that conversation after the Dodgers series last year. That was the talk after the series was, well, if Turner threw it to this side of the bag, we get there.
Oh,
if Salciunas doesn't get thrown out at third, if JT gets the strike call, if we had the automated balls and strikes, we would have gotten there.
I don't know, Jim.
Yeah, we got a lot of ifs. You know what they have? A freaking ring from last year. They got 2 of them back to back.
No, but hang on. Let me go to his bigger point. Good stuff, Chaz.
Yeah, that was great. I appreciate it. After the energy that started there, I thought we were going to.
Yeah, I didn't know. Yeah, I was like, I'm reading the comments, and I read it wrong.
Get to your point already. Get to the point.
I don't know what you're trying to say, Chaz. Speak to me. Chaz, please continue. I want Chaz daily.
My point is, I think his bigger picture, and correct me if I'm wrong, if they do take 2 or 3, are we feeling a little bit different? Is there?
I would tell you, if they were second and third with 1 out in the 9th and Marsh hits a base hit, they win that game.
Correct.
I feel great. But that's a world that doesn't exist. I exist in the world I live in.
But that's a fine line.
It is a fine line. It's absolutely a fine line. The problem is when you find yourself on the other side of that line so many times, it can't just be happenstance.
Well said. Yep.
If I show up at 2 a.m. back to my apartment drunk on Friday night for the 4th straight Friday night, it's not because, I slipped and ended up having too many tonight.
How did that Bud Light get in my hand?
It's a habit.
Yep.
That's the thing here. You can't just all of a sudden.
You're young.
Yeah, but
You're
I'm
allowed.
I'm not saying it's a problem or not. I'm just saying, if I get into multiple car accidents, am I a bad driver or am I an unlucky driver?
There you go.
The insurance company's going to tell me I'm a bad driver.
You're a bad driver.
I'm the insurance company. The Phillies are the bad driver here.
Where's my knock on wood? I need to knock on wood before I say this. Never been in an accident, Ray.
Why would you say that?
Never been in one.
Literally the dumbest thing you could say.
No, well, come on, man. You've been working with me too long to know that.
Yeah, it's true. I saw the rat tail for what?
That's
2
it.
months?
Exactly. Well, anyways, they did not win 2 of 3, and you have Bryce Harper doing a podcast with Mookie Betts. I dig the fact that he's saying we need to be aggressive. I think there are potential names that are out there that they will target that aren't Skubal, that aren't Miller. I think we need to be looking at some other. I think we need to start with the teams that won't be in contention, like Toronto, like the Marlins.
It's a Hoffman time. I saw that one going around the timeline. Jeff Hoffman, Varsho. It was interesting. It was Varsho, Hoffman for Crawford, right?
Yes, correct.
I saw that.
Yep.
Wow.
I want to be very clear on something. Crawford is not off the table in my books.
He's not off the table.
No.
Wow.
That's not exactly the trade in which I think I would go down to trade him. I'm not exactly dying for the Hoffman Varsho deal back for him.
But if you had to include him, you're willing to do so.
I'm willing. In the right deal. I reserve right to be upset for them moving on from him if it's for the wrong deal.
Can I co-sign it? Am I allowed to just say You know what, Ray? I think that's the proper take, and I'm going to ride with you on that.
I appreciate that.
He's not off the table. However, I don't want to move him. He's a starter. You've worked with him. He's showing promise. We know he's got strengths on the base pad. He's working some things out.
The third base coach just waved him around. It's a tie game.
Yeah, I was trying to play that back because I just remember Bohm got on. Yeah, Bohm gets on.
Well, and that was I did not see where I was. I saw, I'm looking across at, I was at the left field side. So as that's happening, they pinch run Bohm with Crawford. I didn't see that happen. So when Realmuto hit it, I was like, oh, second and third. And then I see it's Crawford, and I'm like, oh, maybe you could have pushed him on that one.
Yeah.
I thought about it. I mean, Chaz isn't totally off in that regard. The issue for me is and someone on YouTube chat, you can't say there is a fine line and they're not close. To me, there's a fine line to winning games. They take 2 or 3 in this series, and I don't know if I'm sitting here telling you, okay, yeah, now they're absolutely at the Dodgers level. They compete with them. They're going to compete with them on an even playing field. I don't think that. I didn't think that coming into the series. I don't think that coming out of the series. And I think we could play the if, ands, and whatever's game if we want, or we could deal with the reality we're in. They lost the game. They lost the game due to a boneheaded play. And then the next night, we got Joe Davis making jokes at our expense.
What are these guys doing?
Joe.
Yeah, I mean.
The swing of a lifetime.
Swing of his life, man.
Yep, there you go.
All right. Let's go to Gary here, because Gary's fired up, too, from Northeast Philly. Let's go out to Gary. Gary, you're on 97.5 The Fanatic.
Hey, boys. Listen, can I just start out? Nola is an absolute disgrace. If he had any balls, he goes into that office and says, "I need to give some money back." I mean, the guy is just, this curly-haired, looks like a little girl up there. Are you mean to tell me we owe him 4 more years? What an absolute disgrace this guy is.
On top of that, Jerry, how are you today? What do you got for us?
I mean,
All right, that's number 1. Okay, Dombrowski, no hair moving Dombrowski, right? What did he tell us at the beginning of the season, boys? He said, if Painter comes up and Crawford comes up, we're going to be looking good. I've been hearing about this Painter guy for 3.5 years now, okay? Crawford sucks, all right? Painter is not going to make it. He's a deer in the headlights, okay? These guys are an absolute disgrace, and that's what he based our season on at the beginning of the year, okay? Now, you guys talked about 22 World Series. If it wasn't for the Washington Nationals and the Miami Marlins, we never would have got to the World Series because Washington, the 22, we beat them 19 times, okay? That's why they got to the playoffs and made it to the World Series. So this team, and Bryce sitting there talking, this guy's a joke too. Is he a leader? Do you see him on the bench talking to people, or is he just worried about his bag?
I'm curious, Gary. Who do you like on the Phillies?
You know something? I'm glad you asked me that, Ray. I got one guy I like. Sosa is the only guy that brings some fun, smiles. He hustles. He wants to do well. The rest of this team, Ray, is so unlikable. The arrogance of this team. This guy I'm watching him. Balls are hitting off his kneecaps at shortstop for $300 million. Are you kidding me?
All right. Well, at least you like Sosa.
Line is, Ray, boys, bottom line, come the playoffs, we see better pitching, and Red October is going to last about 3 or 4 days, like it did the last year or 2 years. I believe the last 2 years.
Go buy those shirts.
4 games.
Both years.
Go buy those shirts. Hang the banners in Center City. Red October. Wow, he is. That's Glowing Gary.
Yeah.
He is now known as Glowing Gary.
Yeah, Chaz and Gary, welcome to the crew. I need you multiple times a week.
What are these guys doing?
Fantastic job, boys.
Yeah.
Look, Gary, I couldn't believe he said Sosa. That is great.
That was not where I thought he was going to go. I mean, I love Sosa too, but
the hair talk, the no hair moving Dave Dombrowski. Yeah. All right, interesting. As a bald man, I kind of don't take points off the board for Dave Dombrowski's hair not moving.
No.
He's got a nice quad.
Yeah. A nice.
Good hair.
Yeah.
Nice work, Gary.
Yeah, I saw Andrew Ellis. This is if Mad Mike had a son.
Yeah, I think that's what Dutz got in my ear and said, and I didn't hear the player he said when he said it. Like, yeah, it is Mad Mike. And what'd you say, Mad Mike and Herb?
Mad Mike and Herb with the OKs.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe that is. I mean, Gary's in Northeast Philly. There's a chance he knows her.
Oh, I love it.
There's a really good chance he knows her.
The fact is, though, I just want to underline in this is that there's still emotion with this team, and that's a good thing,
Yeah,
right?
it's
The
a good
fact
thing.
that they lost 2 of 3 to the Dodgers at home, and by the way, just lost 2 of 3 to the Mets at home.
Yeah,
they got to get their S in order, or else this thing is going to go south real fast. Plus 650 to not make the playoffs right now for the people that don't think the Phillies will be in the postseason.
Promise or peril? 610-632.
You lose 2 or 3 to the Yankees, and that's very feasible.
Oh, Monday we're coming in here. Johnny's going to come in here guns a-blazing.
The question is, will LeBron be signed by them?
That is a big question. We'll get to that later on in the hour. I want to enjoy the next segment, and then we'll get to the, man, this is so annoying, this is taking forever conversation. Because I want to talk about the joy that we had last night. We have a new member of Club Hertz, and he is employed by the Philadelphia Eagles.
Monster day for Club Hertz. The offices were buzzing. Phone lines are ringing. Emails are being sent left and right. We're talking T-shirts being moved. But, folks, we have a Philadelphia Eagle, an official player in the Club Hertz. You got to love it.
We'll tell you who next and tell you all about the trip down to Delaware, the Union, get a victory last night. And we were there to see it. And we were totally of mind throughout that entire game. He's Sean Brace. I'm Ray Dunn. Middays at Marks.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Inching closer to the deadline. I'm Brandon Dutz, and the Phillies lost their second straight series post-All-Star break, getting blown out by the Dodgers in the rubber match. Aaron Nola, well, he was Aaron Nola. 5 in the third, 7 hits, 5 earned runs, and 4 strikeouts. Season ERA for him is up to 5.82 and a 6.77 ERA at home. With the trade deadline approaching, it's becoming more and more clear that the Phillies need to add another arm. Jason Stark joined Unfiltered yesterday and shared what he believes is the #1 target for the Phillies heading into the deadline.
There was a time when a bat was at the top of their shopping list. When I talk now to teams that have spoken to the Phillies, it doesn't sound that way to me anymore. They're shopping for an impact arm.
Union took down the Red Bulls by a final score of 3-1 with their next match on Saturday against Seattle. Game will begin at 7:30, and you can listen to that one live right here on The Fanatic. Still no decision for LeBron. The 76ers are still in the mix, and we'll bring you the latest once we have more. As the Eagles continue to prepare for training camp, Jalen Hurts came in at number 56 on the NFL's top 100 list. This update is sponsored by the McComb Group. Visit McCombGroup.com. The McComb Group supports contractors with one of the largest PEF inventories. From pipe, valve, and fittings to trusted brands, count on the McComb Group to help you stay on schedule. Visit McCombGroup.com today. I'm Brandon Dutz on the home of the 76ers, Flyers, and Union, 97.5 The Fanatic and The Fanatic app.
we do Middays with Gary alongside Sean Frey, Sunray Dunn, Middays with Marks. Hey, look. Midnights with Gary. It was great. I mean, I don't agree with them, but it was hilarious.
I like the fact that we're getting a little juice on the phone lines. This is good. Dad's away, so when he returns next week, you know, the place is in order. The house isn't too messy. There's no stains on the carpet. And we actually, you know.
Recruiting a few more Whack Pack members for him.
Dude.
Gary in Northeast Phillies. And Chaz going after you at the start there.
I think what I need to do is start reading the their call screeners notes wrong, and that gets them all fired up. That's not what I'm saying.
No, you read it right. It's just whatever he said back there to Rodman.
That's so good.
Just went opposite. No, and I almost don't like reading off the call, and this is really inside baseball here,
Sure.
but like we have call screener in front of us, name, location, and the idea of what the person's going to get into.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like when I read that, I'm taking the juice from them. Because it's like, oh, yeah, they want to say this. And it's like, and that was perfect because you said what he wanted to say, and that's not what he wanted to say. He didn't want to say it at all.
That's interesting. Yeah. That's funny. I like that angle.
Yeah. We got a text of the Crawford take. People upset. Really, are we going to do that? So I don't know if you've heard this story be told on the air before, but Salciunas tells it, I feel like, a decent amount, so you might have.
Okay.
Salciunas, and I believe at the time, Tom Alvord, did Midday show together while I think Cuz was out, and the topic of the day was Ohtani. And there was a mock trade out there of, like, it was Ohtani getting traded from the Angels, and, like, Stott was in the deal. And it was people that were, like, crying about the fact that they would lose out Bryson Stott. Like, you can't trade this guy, this, that, the other thing. You can't be in an Ohtani trade.
Shohei Ohtani?
Shohei Ohtani.
Not Paul Ohtani. We're
talking Shohei Ohtani.
The Shohei.
The Shohei, yes.
And Bryson Stott.
Bryson Stott was in that mock deal, and people weren't doing that deal. So I want to just go in with the mindset of, I understand this fan base tends to value the young guys that you think can turn into something to a ridiculous degree, depending on how you value it. There's some people that think there's never going to be a good player ever developed by the Phillies again, and there's some people that believe every guy that comes up for the Phillies is going to be good. You fall somewhere in the middle of that. What does this person have to say about Justin Crawford?
Alfie says your take about Crawford not being off the table is very Maury/McCain-like.
All right.
So, look, Alfie, I would tell you that you have to.
This is Alfie. I appreciate Alfie.
You have to take calls. Like, this team isn't good enough, and they're only getting older. So, the McCain angle, I can understand the comparison. I just think from a macro level, if I can go ahead and say that, this team is trying to win a championship, and clearly put together as is. It's not good enough. They're not good enough to beat the Dodgers.
I take offense to this. Okay.
Deep team.
I am nothing like that guy. All right? I am not Daryl Morey when it comes to this scenario. This is not a Morey McCain thing. Alfie, if you were trying to strike a nerve, you did. All right? We are talking about a center fielder that has a 648 OPS.
Yes.
That we have questioned whether or not he would be able to hit up at this level because of the number of ground balls in which he hit down in the minor leagues.
Okay.
He has a 257 batting average right now.
And
And as a center fielder, he is not some world-renowned fielder.
But I'll push back. He's a rookie.
He is. Absolutely. Jared McCain as a rookie was the favorite to win Rookie of the Year when he got hurt. We're talking about Justin Crawford with a 648 OPS.
But you're not going to have stars at every position. I understand Alfie's angle. I just don't think any. No, you mean to tell me you're not taking calls on Crawford? He's untouchable? No way. No. We can't go that far.
Yeah, but if we did the show, and we've all done the show, I probably would do it on a weekend at some point over the last couple of years where it's like the most exciting young talent in Philadelphia. If you had to rank them, your 20 for your 5.
What do you mean? Let's do that today. I like that.
You're 5 under 25. I've done the topic. I've done it before. If you did your 5 under 25, you're not putting McCain and Crawford in the same conversation.
You know who's on my list?
Who?
Kevin Bleepin Sullivan.
That's right.
You darn right.
Dope.
People yelling at me about Andre Blake on my list. Well, Kevin Sullivan is easily on the top 525.
Blake made a hell of a save last night, too.
The Union. Back in
Union. All right, you know what? That's where we're going to get to with this.
Yeah.
I see we got a couple of memos. Chaz actually chimed in with a memo. So
nice.
Coming up.
He's back.
Yeah, we'll get that in 10 minutes' time. You'll hear from Chaz one more time. We're going to have Chaz twice an hour here. We'll get back into
play
the
the
Phillies.
hits, man. Play the hits.
And Chaz was a hit. If you missed it, great phone call back and forth between him and Brace. But we'll get to that coming up. We'll get back to the Phillies. But last night, we were bestowed the honor of being on the first cruise from Center City down to Subaru Park ahead of a Union game. I know I've been advocating for this for a long time. I believe you've been advocating for this for a long time.
It was supposed to happen in the original plan.
And now we have it.
Of Subaru Park when it was constructed by Ed Rendell. Yeah. It was supposed to have the whole. You ever see that, the blueprint?
No, I was just made aware of the Stateside Live initial blueprint like a year ago.
Whoa. All right. Yeah, that was a whole. We were supposed to have a walkway connecting Citizens Bank Park 2 Stateside Live.
I'm believing it's going to happen sometime in my lifetime.
I wish it would happen because that'd be pretty cool. However, up there at Chester, fantastic job across the board by the Union for the invitation. Philly PR girl, our girl Kate and her team.
Yeah, met her for the first time last night.
Oh, she's such
and
a
I was
sweetheart.
like, I was honored.
Yeah.
I was like, I saw your name come across the email. I was like, me? They picked me to go to this thing?
Nobody better in the industry than Kate and what she does with her team over at Philly PR Girl. But they packed the boat up, Ray, and rendezvous, the captain and his team, and took us up to Delaware. And that's the first time that I've ever been on the Delaware like that. No, actually, well, I was on a boat over by Morgan's Pier in that area.
Okay.
But going up towards Chester, I've never done that. Only flown with an airplane. So you're going past the stadiums.
Yep.
It was pretty cool. Beautiful day, sun shining, place was packed, our boat was packed, great people, and everybody fired up for the Union game.
Yeah, fired up for the game. And drinks were flowing, and we were like, there was a nice crowd of people. Like,
Yes.
you know, when we were there, it was like, I was like, whoa, another person coming by, another, like, we made friends. We are now the 4th and 5th brothers of the Highland Bros, according to them.
I'm in.
Yeah, that wasn't just something we made up.
I know you are. You're officially the 4th member. I kind of exit stage left at halftime, went down to the seats. But all I know is those dudes are cool, and they got a big-time following. What, the Highland Bros on Instagram?
Yeah, on Instagram, I think they were close to 300. They're over 1 million on TikTok.
They do the videos, man. They're in it. They're
funny.
in your algorithm.
They're
yeah.
Good group of dudes.
I was looking
we're
on the
setting
bus.
up the golf challenge.
Right.
So we're going to do a Fanatic Highland Bros golf challenge.
I'm in.
We're getting into the content game. We're bringing Brace. We're bringing Ricky. And Connor, I think, has been designated as the morning show representative.
So good.
Those three against the three of them, and we'll see what happens. But it was great. We hung out with them. And then the member of Club Hertz.
Yes. The new official member of the Club Hertz. Can I get my soundtrack, please? Because we gotta do this right. We got to do this right. It's a big deal. You know, when you hop on the boat of Rendezvous, you don't know who's going to be popping up. I saw Gilly. Gilly was there.
That's right.
Ben Franklin himself.
I got a selfie with him.
All right. All I know, though, is a man who I struck up a little bit of a friendship with through our love of lacrosse. He plays for the Philadelphia Eagles. His name is Will Shipley. All right? Give him the rock and get out of the way, whether it's, of course, returning kicks or on the goal line. Hell, he's a special teamer. He'll run down that field and tackle you if you're not looking. He is a baller. He is a dude. Will Shipley, officially in Club Hertz. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we have a Philadelphia Eagle member. Dude, I'm an old man in the content game. I'm going up to Will Shipley. I'm like, he's not going to be, but he was cool. He was very down to
awesome.
earth. Yeah, he was very, very down to earth. So,
And then when we bothered him again, he was great.
yeah, it was funny. We were just talking, chopping it up. But anyways, I pulled out my card, and I'm like, you mind taking a picture? You're officially in the club. He's like, absolutely, man. And it was funny because, behind the scenes, I'll just let you know, I told him real quick, gave him the cliff notes on why we started this club. And I said, because of this season right now, right here, right now, we are in ranking season. We are in list season. We are in Mount Rushmore season. The summer months are dry, so everybody's looking for that content, and they want to rip number one. They want to come down on Hertz. Jeremy Fowler, 17th on his list. Now, there's more respect with NFL 100. We appreciate that. But he absolutely was like, yeah, man, talking about Super Bowl champion. It meant more coming from him. Dude's got a ring, Ray.
He
Look at the Dodgers. They got a ring. Will Shipley's got a ring, Ray.
So is Jalen Hurts.
Club Hertz. Let's go.
But yeah, that was awesome.
Follow us on Instagram, Club Hertz. Ben Franklin officially in Club Hertz as well.
Yes. He was very confused about the concept of football. I got to give credit to that Ben Franklin. The man is in character.
Yes, he is.
He is not just dressed like Ben Franklin. His mindset is Ben Franklin.
I did see him doom scrolling on the bus home, though.
Don't ruin that for me. It was so great. I took the selfie with him. He was confused. I was like, all right, I get the bit. And he just kept rolling with it. was like, no, I just want this selfie with them. What we forgot to do was the Titanic pose.
Oh, my goodness.
We were going to do the Titanic pose with Ben Franklin on the rendezvous.
That might have went viral.
Well, it might have.
Great job all the way around.
Yeah, no, shout out the Union for that. Appreciate them having us. Philly PR girl, great job. But it was an amazing trek.
And a win.
And a win. And a win. It was a day. We got there at 3:30.
Yeah.
And, yeah, by the time I met my buddy who took me on home, yeah, we had ourselves a time.
Some guys dragging today.
That's it. Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Fun time zone.
We had a great time. Great time. So, again, shout out to the Union. If you want to see what we got into, at Club Hertz on Instagram, at Sean_Brace, at RayDunn975. You could go check out. I posted the recap, the photos from yesterday. Sean posted Club Hertz. It was a good time yesterday. Good time was had by all. What's not been good to us is this LeBron watch.
Ooh, we got some new news.
We got some new news.
It all is starting to make sense, Ray.
Is it?
I believe so.
All right. We'll see. What do we believe? What do we know? That's coming up next. He's Sean Brace. I'm Ray Dunn. It's Middays Marks.
ESPN.
Middays with Marks alongside Sean Briggs. I'm Ray Dunn. Hair Jordan producing the program today. .c, we got news at noon coming up in about 15 minutes time. I did promise the people we will get a LeBron thing coming up next, but I wanted to hear from Chaz again because Chaz came in hot early on the 11 o'clock hour after Sean tried to tell him what he was thinking. Sean tried to make the call for him.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming Chaz is just as fired up the second time around on the Davis Honda text line. Feel the Davis difference at Davis Honda in Burlington. You can get your voice memos in at 610-632-0975. Here is Chaz.
They do need a middle reliever arm, and we haven't seen what the right-handed bat's going to do yet. And no, it's not fantasy land to think that way. It's just it's a fine line, just like the man said. Yes, we do need to make some changes. They need to learn the value of collective energy, a team direction, and drop the individuality crap.
All right.
All right.
That's a serious call from Chad.
Yeah, no, Chaz kept going. I don't know. Did we say they were living in Fantasyland when? I just think it's going to be tough to really land that big-time player with what they have. They're going to take a couple of dart throws here. I think I'm talking myself into A.J. Minter being the left-handed arm they get. So I think that from the Mets, that's like on the shopping list. I don't know who the right-handed bat's going to be. I really can't. I can't do another summer of talking Taylor Ward. I mean, if we want to do the Taylor Ward talks again.
Joe Adele, all the names, all the hits.
Yeah. I'm lusted for Buxton. You think he's going to waive his no-trade clause?
I think you look at Major League Baseball, and we still got a little ways to go until August 3rd, but you're going to see teams slowly take themselves out of the running for a potential wild card spot, and therefore then we can start to talk about the market, because I think that needs to be the focus. We talked about it earlier. Dave Dombrowski might be going down the path of getting a top-end starting pitcher because of there might not be bats available that you want to go and spend a great deal on. And if you're going to give, let's be real, they don't have a lot to work with, but if they do package up a couple picks and players, or not picks, players in minor league and Crawford at the major league level, whatever, ultimately you're going to have one shot. Like, it's only going to be one player. You're not going to be able to, let me give a couple here, let's get this guy, package up here and get this guy. That's not going to be the case. So I think it's going to be one swing and that's it.
So quick question for you. This is little off the cuff, not necessarily Phillies related. Philosophy-wise, if you were running a baseball team, how far would you need to be out of the playoffs for you to sell?
Depends
given
on
the current setup.
Depends on the history of the franchise, what I've done recently.
Okay.
Right? There's a couple things that would be in my gauge. Honestly, and it's thick. Like, there's a lot of teams in front of you. You got to jump. So it's not too many, right? Like 8 to 10, like in that range.
Okay, so 8 to 10. So the Reds right now, 7 games under 500, 5.5 out of a playoff spot.
That's
sell.
No,
you're holding.
Yeah, if I'm the Reds, I'm still
calculated sell. Like maybe it's hey, guy expiring here. We don't.
And tomorrow's the trade deadline. Is your
right,
what we're saying?
Right. Yeah.
No, I'm holding. Yeah, I'm holding.
So you have to be more than 8 games out. Is your assessment?
I think that's a fair number.
Yeah. I don't hate it. I would probably be a little bit.
Double digits?
No. A
little bit less?
The Blue Jays right now are 6.5 out. I think
and they've been struggling all year.
Yeah.
It might be
the Tigers, 6 games under 500, 4.5 out. I'm sorry, I'm still trading Scooble. I just got it. Yeah, I hate to be that guy. You know, it's hard to explain to the little kid why Scooble's not well, we're not going to pay him all that money. And how much they pay for Amber? Like 40, something like that.
A lot.
Yeah, now we're not going to have Scooble. Like, we tried to put the chips in, kiddo. I'm sorry.
You got to make the moves.
Hope you enjoy watching Spencer Torkelson hit a home run twice a week. All right. Nutsy like that. I don't know why Spencer Torkelson caught a stray there. LeBron watch continues.
Let's do it.
The latest, Kevin O'Connor, I believe, is the one that had that this thing might be dragging out because he's looking for some teammates, some reinforcements, Sean Brace.
Interesting. So I did not see Kevin O'Connor's article. I did not read that. Do you have details on who it is? Because it all comes back to Anthony Davis. Now, you might be asking a question, and I think a lot of us are, is why? Why hasn't LeBron James signed? When everybody else has signed, why is LeBron the guy out there? And your options are, there's a few of them, some wild cards. The main one is that what Rich Paul is saying is he's in no rush. Do we believe that? No. There's definitely something happening behind the scenes. That is my assessment. I think he definitely enjoys the attention, wants to be talked about at this stage of his career, but ultimately I do believe it comes down to there's still some pieces that need to be moved. Of course, if you're going to sign him, he's not making all that much money, but still you're going to have to remove players. And, oh, by the way, the big-time player at the beginning of all this was Anthony Davis.
We talked about it with Golden State.
Could it be him?
That's the suggestion. Kevin O'Connor saying maybe a Cleveland reunion with Kyrie or maybe a Golden State trip with Anthony Davis. Two scenarios that are just thrown. It's like, hey, maybe this is what he's waiting on. Now, that would go against what we heard from Perkins. All of them are starting to run together because we've done this for so long. But the one of it's going to be the same amount of money and there's no big players that need to be moved around. That was something that was said earlier this week. At this point, man, it's like... Is anything true? Is anything real? Well, am I living in a simulation, Sean Brace?
No, I think that there's like reality behind that. He's not just sitting out because he hasn't made up his mind. He's known where he wants to go. That's my opinion. I've always stuck to that. But I think we talked about it yesterday where you're like, you know what? There was a chance that maybe some other teams could slide into it, and it did happen with the Sixers. Perfect example, Jaylen Brown.
Right.
I'm sure LeBron never thought about playing with the Sixers while he was in L.A., and he knew his career was coming to an end there. But they make a move for Jaylen Brown, and you're going to look at that a little bit differently. But all in all, it does seem like that there needs to be a move that's happening behind the scenes, and then that's when I think LeBron's going to put pen to paper.
Really? And this is why I keep coming back. It's like, show me it's not Cleveland. Like, it's... All right, maybe I'm set on Miami. I don't know. Now we get this little, maybe Golden State could help itself out. Maybe I need something more. I just can't imagine his last year's being alongside James Harden. That's the toughest thing for me right now. You're telling me LeBron James, who puts that much money into his body and, like, is obsessed with, hey, I want to go get that one more to cement, to compete with Jordan, to have that whole back and forth, that he's going to stake the end of his career to James Harden. That's the toughest sell for me on the whole thing. That would be the one move that if it still had to be made, I would understand it having to be made.
Yeah.
James, like, how do you think LeBron reacts? I guess maybe he's on the golf course and he doesn't care. I was going to say, when James Harden, when he's like, oh, yeah, Harden was out till like 5 a.m. last night in a city that's not the city we're playing in today. But maybe he's too busy on the golf course to even care. Maybe they will be great to be teammates. They just show up.
I think LeBron knows what Harden is by now.
Don't we all?
Yeah, I don't think LeBron's waiting.
Did that experience?
By the way, just to let you know, myself, Sam Ostry, and Sean Bernard will be going live later tonight.
Ooh, what time?
8 p.m. We're going to be going live on 97.5 The Fanatic socials. We'll talk all things Sixers, LeBron, a little bit of NBA. Sam was out at Summer League. We had him on the show yesterday. Great hit. Make sure you check out all of our podcasts at 97.5thefanatic.com.
76ers have a young Anthony Edwards.
Whoa! Dutch, where is that cut?
I'll get it.
Yeah, well, hang on. No. What I meant was you're the guru on the Instagram. That needed to be posted,
That
right?
feels like a Saturday morning post.
Is that a
right?
Saturday?
Yeah,
Correct.
Saturday morning.
All right.
Yeah,
I don't tell Dutch what to do. I stay out of his kitchen.
I stay out of his kitchen, too.
But that was a take.
I am going to tell him that he needs to do News at Noon next.
Yeah.
So we'll have that coming up next. It's Harry Jordan's News at Noon. Also, I will ask for a different intro. I love the Thunderstruck one. But, like, we've done it all week at this point. Every Philly producer's done the Thunderstruck one. If we could get a different one from the system, that would be great. Love you, BP. But coming up, News at Noon. And we were just kicking something around in here in the old studio that Phillies really we want to get into. We'll get to that coming up next. This is Middays and Marks.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Another series loss. I'm Brandon Dutz, and the Phillies lost their second straight series, getting blown out by the Dodgers in the rubber match. Aaron Nola, 5 1/3, 7 hits, 5 earned runs, and 4 strikeouts. Season ERA for him is up to 5.82 to pair with a 6.7 ERA at home. Brian De La Cruz and Alec Bohm both went yard, but it was too little too late for the Phils. When asked how he would assess the series against the Dodgers, Don Mattingly showed confidence in his team.
No, nothing in this series changes our thoughts. If we play well, we're capable of beating anybody. So there's nothing that happened in this series that changes my view at all.
Phillies are off today and return to action at home against the Yankees on Friday with Jesus Luzardo on the mound. Union took down the Red Bulls by a final score of 3-1 with their next match on Saturday against Seattle. Game will begin at 7:30, and you can listen to that one live right here on the Fanatic. As the Eagles continue to prepare for training camp, Jalen Hurts came in at number 56 on the NFL's top 100 player list, and the wait for LeBron's decision continues. The 76ers are still in the mix, and we'll bring you the latest the moment we have an update. This update is sponsored by the Borgata Hotel, Casino, and Spa. If you want it all, dining, gaming, pools, and more, it takes a village. It takes a Borgata. Visit theborgata.com to learn more. Must be 21 and up. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. I'm Brandon Dutz on the home of the 76ers, Flyers, and Union, 97.5 The Fanatic and the Fanatic app.
Middays without Marks. Alongside Sean Brace, I'm Ray Dunn. How we feeling, Shawnee?
When we talking about grass, bro?
Oh, yeah, we need it. And I also have something about the morning show as well, because they poke fun of you at 8:30, then they decided at 9:30 they didn't have enough of the two of us. They went after me.
That's great.
So, yeah, that's coming up 12:30.
That's a text message I wasn't prepared for, and I love it. I welcome it more.
Oh, yeah, no, I love it.
I think I came in a little strong, though. I won't lie.
Can we get the audio of it? We'd like to break down you on the...
No, I just think there was a lot. Of course, where we were last night. And then, you know, I roll over at 7:45. I see Connor texted me, and I'm like, oh, nice. And then I didn't know, but they called me. I had no idea my phone doesn't, it's only on vibrate. Right, actually silent. Doesn't even ring, doesn't do nothing.
Yeah, I'm always silent.
Yeah.
No, Tutsy, your phone silent all the time, too?
Yeah, I'm in Do Not Disturb all the time, too.
I don't do that. That's
I don't. Yeah, I
that
can't do Do Not Disturb.
The Do Not Disturb thing confuses me.
See, because it groups notifications, so it's easier to see when I go to sleep for like 2 hours and I wake up to like a million Twitter notifications.
Okay, you do a post-show nap, don't you? Yeah.
You know what's funny is that, like, I have this. We all have an iPhone. We all have a phone, right? We all have a computer, MacBook. Like, I know how to use this MacBook.
But do you know how to use?
I would imagine there's 100 different things that I have never did before that would make my life so much easier if I actually knew how to use the computer. Same thing with the phone.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like the do not disturb, the personal, like I don't. So I just texted Dylan. He's got something weird. He has it was. Now he's not off of it. Anyways, Dylan, our guy behind the scenes.
Yeah, digital Dylan.
Yeah, it was something similar to do
I'm
not
seeing
disturb.
anything. Yeah, I'm anti do not disturb. Just I'm afraid something's going to happen.
So if it's on do not disturb,
no notification.
0.
Yeah, you can't say it doesn't pop up on your screen. You don't get the.
I swear to this, sometimes things pop up, sometimes they don't on my phone.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Hey, I don't know.
I reboot it.
I don't know.
And
I don't really be on the internet.
Yeah. I'm going to be like Lane Kiffin. You see that?
No, I did not see that.
Lane Kiffin, of all people, is saying that he is out on social media. He's deleted it. It started with the challenge with the sun, but now he's taking it into the season. He's going dark mode a la LeBron James.
How's he going to DM?
Bang.
I mean,
literally. Nice work, Ray.
Yeah, I was going to say. How about that?
It's exactly what I said. I go, what, did he get caught?
Yeah, that's got to be it.
He's a weird man.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
Heck of a coach, though, Ray.
Heck of a coach.
How
Heck
about
of a
them
coach.
Tigers this year?
Oh, man.
How
about those LSU sororities are marked safe from Lane Kiffin?
Let's get Trish on the horn. Let's break down some SEC. All right?
All right.
Dude, Media Day got me fired up, though. I'm not lying about that.
And I think we might have some of that in the news at noon.
Let's go. Even longer.
The point was to get to the point.
What are these guys doing?
Okay.
I'm down on the Phillies.
Welcome to Ray's life. There's no turning back.
Wow.
Mad Dog's losing his mind. And Big Skip Bayless with another take. Phillies blow a lead.
True.
Sixers spark the beat. Somebody's got a podcast
With another terrible take.
Everybody
Wants the news at noon.
with Ray Dunn.
With Ray Dunn.
What do we got, Dutsy?
So bad it's good.
That's why I choose it, because it sounds like you're talking from like a soup can.
Yeah.
You're saying.
Red Solo Cup. There it is.
So Brace alluded to it. We are starting off with the SEC. Right, Nick Saban, unretired Nick Saban. I just love this guy. He was talking with John Summerall. They were at SEC Media Day. They had the panel on. Nick Saban, now a Florida man, had his message to the new head coach.
Let me just say one thing to you, John. I'm a Florida resident now, and down there amongst the Gators. And Governor DeSantis is a good friend. You took our former president, Stuart Bell, who's now a Gator. And I want you to know I'm kind of a semi-Gator. So if you don't get your together, I'm going to be in the middle of it.
Let's go.
I just want you to know that.
Whoa. That got a reaction from me, Duts. I would imagine Paul Feinbaum's phones are going to be ringing off the hook with Legend and all those self-proclaimed superstars that he has on the show.
Legend's good.
I mean, yeah.
Hail the Boar.
So ridiculous.
The Boar's ruined my team,
Good
Paul.
grief.
The Boar doesn't deserve this.
But
They went outside the family for this hire, Paul.
Nick Saban. Yo, speaking of the family, Paul, that's a take right there by Saban.
He's a semi-gator?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't be a semi-gator. He's Bama. Bama. End.
No, Saban, he looks at like you all are my sons at this point.
Oh, well, gotcha. Is there a connection with him?
I don't think there's a connection with him. I think he was explaining that he's in Florida now. I think, honestly, Saban, what he wants, and this, I can relate to this kind of, not at the Saban level because I'm not Nick Saban.
Okay.
But, like, you know when the teams are doing bad around here and the only thing you hear about when you run into someone around here is how bad the team is? It's like, yeah, I can't fix them. I think Saban's just at the point where it's like, yeah, I'd like to be able to go to the grocery store and not have a guy in a Gator shirt come up to me and say, Nick, I need the Gators to be saved. What can they do? I think he's just like, oh, dude, win some freaking games so these Florida fans shut the hell up.
That's funny. Well, I think that there will be a lot of angry Alabama fans at those words. Like, Nick Saban cannot say he's anybody. I know it's tongue-in-cheek. I know having some fun, LOL, whatever, yuckity yuck. But all in all, man, Bama fans cannot be pleased today with hearing Nick Saban say he's a Gator.
A semi-Gator.
I didn't hear semi. I just heard Gator. That's all I'm taking away from it.
Oh, come on.
Them Gator boys, watch out.
Every other algorithm would have. Okay, so yeah, I guess nobody's covering this. Nobody's writing about the fans reacting. I was trying to see something.
Oh, you got to find that.
Yeah, well, that's a follow-up News at Noon story. We'll get to it. What else we got, Dutsy?
Just real quick on the SEC. I believe, man, it's a tough conference this year. I don't know who's going to win it. Is it going to be Georgia again? I think they've won it the last 2 straight years.
Real fact.
But you look at the wins as far as yeah, exactly that. Nobody with double digits. This is going to be a tough conference to pick, in my opinion. I think there's a lot of viable candidates to win this conference. It's going to be a great,
It'll be the only conference.
Pretty much, man. And that's sad. Sad, bro. All right, anyway.
We covered that yesterday, right? That was News at Noon yesterday.
Actually, Johnny said Thursday, college football Thursday, we are going to start doing it. Now, next week, I'm off. The following week, I'm hitting it. Thursday, I'm bringing a segment. We're going to do college football conversation on Thursday. I promise you, it's going to be well worth your time. Who doesn't love college football? Like, dude, college football is the best. The playoff, the pageantry, the fans, Saturday, the feel. The boys of fall, Ray Dunn.
I'm trying to find anything here, and I can't find people upset at Saban.
Wow.
I just see, Saban's the effing worst. Oh, he effing sucks. Saban is such a, all right. There we go. How about that?
Anyway.
Oh, does Saban already have a desk at the Gators facilities? Or just going to coach him from the stands?
There it is.
That's the ultimate take for me. It's like he's just positioning himself to be the Florida coach in a couple of years. He's going to see another one fail. All right, what else we got?
All right, Brace, Ray, I need your help. I'm sure you guys have already seen it, but John Harbaugh had his first introduction to the team during training camp. The goal was to get them fired up. Now, I need your take on it. I don't know if he did. Just take a listen.
Welcome, man. Good to see everybody here. You excited?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, a little nervous?
Nope.
Huh? A little nervous? A little nervous, man. Nervous? Excited nervous, you know?
Sounds like
nervous
Biden.
Like full game almost, man. Give this thing kick off. I'm standing up here in front of the New York Giants.
Yeah.
The New York Giants. It's the New York Giants sitting in this room. The New York Giants. It's an honor to stand in front of this room right now. And I know as coaches back there feel the same way, right, coaches? Sir, it's an honor, man. We've been working, haven't we? We've been working early and we're late getting ready for today. Today. Sitting in this chair, in this seat, getting to work, getting started, our beginning. Because this is where it all begins. Together.
6-11.
Tough listen, man.
He sounded like Biden, and let me tell you.
No, he does.
That put me to sleep like him as well.
I don't know if I've had this take on these airwaves before. He does. If you listen to his cadence, I think I noticed this when he was on Part of My Take. His cadence and the way he delivers, he could be like a Joe Biden
That's
stand-in.
hysterical. Yeah, I don't think I've ever put 2 and 2 together like that. But yeah, that was.
I'm glad I'm not the only one because I thought I was going insane when I heard it the first time.
You know that came off as to me? It just is like, all right, I'm going to get in front of the crew and just wing it.
It sounded like he was reminding himself, this is the New York Giants and not the Baltimore Ravens. It sounds like a guy like, remember, this is the New York Giants. I am coaching the New York Giants. And when I'm talking to you, I'm talking to the New York Giants and not the Baltimore Ravens. It's like, hey, sir, do you know where you are? I am in New York.
Yeah.
I know.
Go get him. Go get him, coach.
So 6-11?
Well, hopefully. I would love to see them fall flat because they are a lot of people's darling right now. And we understand why. Jackson Dart's pretty. Kim Scattaboo is a maniac.
A maniac?
Yeah, he is. He's not going to stay healthy. That's the issue with him. And he was a hell of a player at ASU. Unbelievable run. But the way he plays with reckless abandonment, coming through the hole, like he's going to be dealing with some things.
I just wish that I had known about Scattaboo earlier.
Meaning what?
I would have wanted to follow his career at Arizona State a lot closer.
Yeah,
and him as a guy at Arizona State. I'd be really interested in this.
Don't fall into the trap, Ray. Don't fall into the trap.
What?
Got to be anti them. You got to hold them off. Like,
oh yeah, I'm anti him, of course. I think it would have been an easy guy to hate earlier on. I just think it would have been funny to be living the day-to-day of watching him as a college athlete instead of.
Yeah,
I've been to Arizona State before, man. I just been saying, like,
you have.
I have.
Ooh,
yeah.
wow. We'll have to talk about that one later. 7.5 is the win
Work
total.
trip.
It's what I tell my wife. 7.5 is for the Giants this year.
Under.
That's a low number.
After hearing that one.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, they're the darling right now of like, oh, this is my trendy pick, the team that's going to be better. Remember, only a certain percentage of teams that make the playoffs every year go back to it the next year. So some of these teams have to be good. Am I right?
Exactly that.
Hey, next segment, I'll get up. All right, what do we got?
Brace, I put this in here solely for you, my friend. Okay?
Beautiful.
So first things first, we're debating what we talked about yesterday. Bo Nix being ranked above Lamar Jackson. Let's just say Chris Broussard had the exact same take you were and was not happy about where Bo was put.
Do you have an issue with Fred Van Vliet being ahead of Anthony Edwards? I don't know. Brandon Ingram's better than Giannis. This is what we're saying. Lamar Jackson has 2 MVPs, and Bo Nix doesn't even have 2 or 1 Pro Bowl appearance. And we know how easy it is to get in the Pro Bowl nowadays.
Broke his ankle.
In the playoffs, he hasn't made a Pro Bowl.
Okay.
And he's better than Lamar Jackson. I have a problem with him being 10 centimeters in front of Lamar Jackson. I actually have a problem with him being 10 spots behind Lamar Jackson. He should be 20, 30 spots behind Lamar. What are we talking about?
That's a good cut.
Yeah, that's good. That's good work right there. Got to give Broussard credit on that one.
Now, we were just talking about what Harbaugh sounded like. Let's go Coming to America when they're in the barbershop. Rocky Marcasano, Joe Lewis. I know Joe Lewis. That's what he sounded like. He was in the barbershop there. Great flick. But look, he's right. He's right. You know, like there's just no reason Bo Nix. Again, it's a list. We know what the reason is, Sean. They're doing it to get your attention, and
It's NFL players voting.
And well,
yeah, they're just NFL players lost their mind. Lamar was hurt.
I'm sorry. I forgot which list is what. So Jeremy Fowler takes people from all walks of life in the NFL.
Coaches, scouts, executives.
All right, but this is the players list.
This is the players list.
And it's not messed with.
Not messed with.
Okay? We could trust who's getting the...
I trust it.
All right. Again, he went to the Super Bowl. You got to give him all the credit in the world. Bo Nix with Sean
it's
Payton.
the AFC Championship game.
Did they win that game without him?
No, they didn't. They didn't go to the Super Bowl. Patriots did.
Patriots did. I'm an idiot.
Drake
Sorry.
May, man.
I'm tripping.
Drake
right
May
now.
not.
Yeah, I'm tripping.
It's okay. We had a day.
Yes.
We had a day.
All in all, Bo Nix is not a better quarterback than Lamar Jackson. I think we all would agree on that, right?
I would.
Okay, so if we were ranking and I said, hey, Ray, if you're going to say that to me, so therefore, like, let's just rank these two. If you're going to tell me Bo Nix is not a better quarterback than Lamar Jackson, is there a chance in hell that you would have Bo Nix ranked higher than Lamar Jackson?
No.
Okay, like that's my point. It's pretty easy.
Then again, Hurts also ahead of Lamar Jackson. Wouldn't have had that either. So
I think there's more of a case.
Well, obviously.
Yeah.
Nix has done it 2 seasons, and let's all be honest with ourselves. I know. Listen, I don't want to attack your boy here, but like, it's Bo Nix.
I'm not offended.
Yeah.
I'm not offended.
Well, I know you're a bit of a believer.
He had a heck of a season. He's had a hell of a come up. He's got a great coach in Peyton. You got to believe. They got some good things going up there in Denver. Good luck. Now your schedule gets tougher. Now the book's written a little bit more on you. Now they know your tendencies as far as from the quarterback position. We'll see.
All right. Mount Rushmore of Bo's.
Okay.
I'm going Bojangles. That's
wow,
on my Mount
Ray.
Rushmore.
That's a good one.
Bojangles.
Of course.
Nix is not on my Mount Rushmore.
No.
Bo Jackson.
Of course. How about that late Bo Derek? Go ahead and throw that one into Google.
I mean, if we don't put Ricky Bo on here, I feel like we've failed.
I apologize. Not dead.
Dead.
I did not mean to say.
Did you just?
No, I did not kill her.
You did it again.
Bo
man.
Derek, not dead. 69, still beautiful, stunning.
Unbelievable.
What are these guys doing?
I just killed Bo Derek
once a week, man.
What's the matter with me?
All right, Bo Derek, Bo Jackson.
She's on the list.
Bojangles and Ricky Bo.
Bo Diddley. Bo Diddley.
That's Bo B.O. in the YouTube chat. I don't think that's how this one works. Ricky, all right. Yeah, I like
Ricky Bo, absolutely
Yeah,
on that list.
all right.
Okay, nice work.
And Bo Derek, after some research, I've come to your side of
we
that.
will sign up. Still beautiful, still to this day. Bo Jackson, Bojangles, absolutely on that list.
Yeah. I got
and Ricky Bo.
Forget who reached out to me and let me know there's another Bojangles coming to Jersey.
did see this, man.
I am in such a great spot. I might stop going to the Charlotte Airport Bojangles. That might change my life.
Chick-fil-A or Bojangles?
You don't know Bo, man.
I know Bo.
Oh, you know Bo. I know.
Oh, I know
Yeah, Jim. The availability of Chick-fil-A has made it great for me, but Bojangles, I'm always going to go to.
I'm going food only. Take everything out. The service with
I
a
stop
smile.
at Bo. Oh, I don't. I
the
like
back rub. Some locations will get dirty with you as you're waiting for your chicken sandwich. I kid.
Which one?
Nice.
I'll take Bojangles.
Me too.
Yeah.
And I don't think people know about that.
No, I think people are going to hate that take.
Dutch, you know about Bojangles?
I do not.
He only knows it from listening to me salivate about it every basketball
And on your
season.
Instagram.
He's in Jersey. He's in Jersey now.
Yeah, but you're up. You're right. You're north.
South.
Oh, you're south?
Mm-hmm.
I always
Yeah,
thought you
man,
were
hit
north.
Bojangles on the ride home, man.
You got it.
I was giving this guy an excuse not to go.
Yeah, dude.
Come on. You do a 2-hour drive every day. You might as well make use out of it.
Four-piece Supreme dinner. Their honey mustard is the best. I kid you not. Their honey mustard is the best. The
Hungry.
biscuits.
I'm hungry just thinking about
The
it.
sweet tea, Ray. We don't even do sweet tea up here.
No, we don't.
You don't like the sweet? Oh, come on.
I'm not really a teasman.
Yeah, I'm not a teasman either.
Yeah.
I used to love Turkey Hill iced tea.
Yeah, that's the classic.
That
My
was-
brother's big on the Turkey Hill lemonade.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You throw that one to some Captain Morgan's, call it electric lemonade. Get you.
I can't think about that right now, man. I can't think about that. I got my cup of water. I'm good for the day.
Yeah, I got my Red Bull.
Yeah, don't do that to me. All right. I want to kind of unleash a little bit of the Davis Honda text line to get us back into the Phillies here because we had a lot of engagement early on, Phillies-wise. Whether we were talking about attendance, whether we were talking about this team, they dropped 2 or 3 of the Dodgers. Is it the end of the world? No. Is there a recognition of the world in which we live in? Yes, to me. You know, there are some people living on the other side of the fine line. That's fine if you want to live on the other side of the fine line. I'm just telling you, the world I live in is a world in which I've watched the Phillies now. This is not just a one-off. I've watched the Phillies hand baseball games with the Dodgers. The Phillies' way of beating the Dodgers is quite simple. They outslugged them. The Dodgers' way of beating the Phillies is quite literally every way else. Every way else, it feels like. I mean, the Phillies' starting rotation right now with health compared to the two of them, the better one. But ultimately, the Dodgers outdo you in terms of talent from 8 to 26, and I think they outdo you in pretty much every other regard. They are just far and away. It's not just the Phillies thing. They're the best team in baseball. That's who they are. They're back-to-back World Series champions. Can the Phillies close that gap? I don't believe so by the end of the season. Will it matter in October? Maybe not. Maybe you get hot, you find them in a short series, you win the 3 games. If I want to play the Dodgers, I want to play the Dodgers in a 3-game set. I want to see them, or excuse me, 3-game, in a 5-game set. I want to see them in the NLDS again. That would be the way I'd want to see them. I don't want to see a 7-game series where I think the better team would be more likely to win. I want to see, hey, quick, knock them out. Sanchez takes them out. Boom. I got game 1. Now they're scrambling.
That's the case.
That's what I'm looking for.
That's the blueprint.
But we asked the question, do you believe they can close the gap at 610-632-0975? We also got people just reacted across the board. I know we got another memo. Could we get to the other memo that we had there, Dutsy? What do you got for us?
Morning, fellas. Ray, Lance from Tampa, being Philly construction foreman, working outside in this Florida heat.
Woo. Stay cool.
I hate that we don't want to say it. I'm going to just rip the Band-Aid off. We're done. We are done. We can't get no better. You know, we got old guys on long-term contracts. Aaron Nola's here making a lot of money for 4 or 5 more years. He sucks. JT can't play every day. I'm sorry to say it. Harper and Schwarber cannot carry this team by themselves. We don't have a farm system. Our outfield, for the most part, sucks. We can't win on the margins. There's no move we can make where we can outbid anybody. Everybody around us is getting better. It's done. I hear you say, oh, maybe we can get hot and everything else. We've been saying the same thing for how long now? Oh, let's get hot at the right time. And we fall on our face at the same time every year. This team makes the same fundamental errors every year. They're complacent. They're content. We heard that from management. They don't care. I'm sorry to say it because I know that's harsh, but that's what it looks like. They're okay with just getting by. And I don't see no help coming anytime soon that can really move the needle.
Yeah.
They don't care. I don't think it's a not caring thing. It's a you've backed yourself into this corner.
He's not wrong. He's a little strong, but he's not wrong. He's right.
Well, And I saw this Dawood through the YouTube chat earlier, and this is the common refrain from everyone, that the window was slammed shut in the desert in 2023.
Nah.
24, I talked myself more into that team down the stretch than I probably should have. That team, the second half of the year, just wasn't the same team. The trip to London, and then they came back, and it was like, yeah, all right, maybe not. Last year, I legitimately believe they were a good baseball team that ran into just the best.
Me too.
And the Dodgers.
Yes.
Can that happen again this year?
Sure.
Yes.
Yes.
When I look at baseball right now, it's the Dodgers, and if you want to put the Dodgers in a tier by themselves, I think I'm still putting the Brewers as a tier above the Phillies, and then, all right, Phils are part of that third tier. I think the Braves have fallen off into that tier with them.
Yeah, Phils are struggling versus the top dogs. I just think that's a little too deep for a team that's 56-47, that's had the season that they've had, that's getting great production, that had 6 All-Stars, 6, okay? And could have been 7 if you put Wheeler in there. Lazard or Wheeler, whatever, 6, 7, yeah. At the end of the day, I'm not going to pour dirt on this team on July 23rd. I'm not. No. There's a lot of baseball to be played.
Not pouring dirt on them.
No.
Just say they're not 6 feet under. It's just that the Dodgers are 6 feet above them.
Boma's hitting it well right now. Marsh is an all-star. I know he's going down the wrong way, but still, you got plenty of pluses on this team. Yeah, Schwarber and Harper got to do the heavy lifting, but you can't just push that starting 3 that John Marks was saying that is the best he's ever seen for the Phillies to the side. You can't just say, they're dead.
Later on this hour, I want to get to the untouchables because we have people upset. We had Alfie saying that I was Daryl Morey setting off Jared McCain because I would be open to the idea of moving Justin Crawford. I want to get to the untouchables at 12:45. But coming up next, we respond to the morning show. Damn it, their John's out, our John's out, and they just start firing away at everybody at the station here.
I love it.
I want to take a shot back at those losers.
Let's get in the mud. Jeez, let's get in the mud. I don't know if I ride with Ray, but let's go. I'm there with you.
I don't know,
What are these guys doing?
I don't know what I'm doing. I'm showing up Anchorman style to the war. I don't know what I'm carrying.
That's basically what I was this morning.
He's Sean Brace. I'm Ray Dunn. We respond to the morning show coming up next.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Counting down to the deadline. I'm Brandon Dutz, and the Phillies lost their second straight series post-All-Star break, getting blown out by the Dodgers in the rubber match. Aaron Nola put together an Aaron Nola start. 5 1/3, 7 hits, 5 earned runs, and 4 strikeouts. Season ERA for him is up to 5.82 and a home ERA of 6.77. With the trade deadline approaching, it's becoming more clear that the Phillies need to add another arm. Jason Stark joined Unfiltered yesterday and shared what he believes is the Phillies' #1 goal heading into the deadline.
There was a time when a bat was at the top of their shopping list. When I talk now to teams that have spoken to the Phillies, it doesn't sound that way to me anymore. They're shopping for an impact arm.
Union took down the Red Bulls by a final score of 3-1 with their next match on Saturday against Seattle. Game will begin at 7:30, and you can listen to the game live right here on The Fanatic. Still no decision for LeBron James. The 76ers are still in the mix, and we'll bring you the latest once we have more information. As the Eagles continue to prepare for training camp, Jalen Hurts came in at number 56 on the NFL's top 100 player list. This update is sponsored by the New Jersey Department of Health. Public Health works behind the scenes building a healthier future for everyone. One mission, working for you. Learn more at nj.gov/health. I'm Brandon Dutz on the home of the 76ers, Flyers, and Union, 97.5 The Fanatic and The Fanatic app.
we got to. I felt like I need a post-game interview from yesterday. Like, get me out of Chester. I feel like leaving Subaru Park, I need a post-game interview. Sean Brace.
It was an experience on the boat.
Yeah, I'm Ray Dunn. He's Brandon Dunn. People are probably like, what the hell happened on that boat that they keep going back to it? It was a great time.
The boat. Make sure you check out all of our socials.
Yeah.
And you'll see.
I'm trying to put together a little influencer reel here. The problem is I stopped taking videos.
There you go.
I don't know if that's a problem, actually. Probably a good thing for all involved that I stopped taking videos.
Yeah, phone.
The picture of the two of us was great.
My phone was in the pocket, and I didn't want to drop it on the boat, and then didn't really check much.
Well, that was the other thing. Like, it was like, you guys want to take a picture? It's like, not really. I was trying to take a picture of Sean Brace. I was just trying to capture the moment of him.
That's funny.
We started taking candid pictures. I don't know what the hell happened out there. All of a sudden, we were influencers for 5 minutes. He's Sean Brace.
On
Ray
the
Dunn.
Delaware.
You know who's not influencers?
Who's that?
Doesn't influence me at all. Those 30-somethings on the morning show that decided to take a shot at you today.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, look, in the neighbor back and forth, it's funny if you missed it. Long story short is this. I have a neighbor that is not cutting his grass.
Right.
Now, the neighbor is like 48, 50-ish, somewhere around that area. Has
48, 50-ish. 48's just a guess?
That's a stab, okay? And he looks older than me.
Gotcha.
And I'm,
All right.
I'm around there. So,
and you're still 30.
Yeah, and they have two other roommates that are very healthy and able to cut the grass.
Got it.
This isn't an older family. I feel like I needed to put more context into this. I still can't believe one of the crazier things from the morning show conversation.
Right, so for those that missed it, this morning, 8:30, you were on the morning show.
Yeah, they called
You got
me.
a text at 7:30. They apparently called you. You were not at your phone at the time.
Correct.
And you hopped on at 8:30 to talk with them about your neighbor who does not cut the grass, that you left 2 notes. One on the front door, one on the back door.
Little aggressive, but I just wanted to make sure that they got it.
Yeah.
I don't know what door they use. Like, I honestly have no idea. So I just said,
so
all
you
right.
just threw 2 notes at them.
And they didn't cut the grass yesterday.
No, I didn't
So
imagine
we are now
that.
1 day since the
Is
note.
the note still sitting on the door?
The notes have been taken in.
Okay.
Both notes. I looked at that. I did not see any notes. So I was happy about that. They got the message. I still can't believe you get that note. Am I out of line to think like, wow.
They're not going to cut it the same day. You gave them a landscaping company that comes Monday. The real question is Tuesday, is there a cut lawn?
Is that it? Okay.
That's when I think that's when Tuesday's the day I would go over.
Oh, I can't.
Hello?
I am not knocking. There's no way I'm going to be not. I can't.
That's the next step.
Oh, my goodness.
We said yesterday, you got to call you got to step up there, talk to them, then you're calling the borough. Because you said the grass looks like it's taller than 6 inches.
It's way over. The average height is probably like 10 inches. It hasn't been cut since Memorial Day. Like,
what's the average grass height?
Easily 8 to 10 inches.
8 to 10. Okay, over there.
Yes.
No. I mean in general. That you could tell for sure that this has crossed over the threshold.
Race 2 to 3.
Well, I would say 2 to 3 is a fresh cut. A fresh cut is 2 inches, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And
maybe
then,
4 is like when it gets.
So 4 is about average.
Man, when it's bushy, Okay? I don't want no bush. I want it nice, trimmed, right down to the 2 inches, okay? That's what I want.
That's right.
So, with that being said, I know I'm kind of all over the place, but I want to.
So you got attacked on the morning show.
I got attacked on the morning show. There was a lot that was said on that debate. I believe the Checo is now on my side.
Yeah, the Checo seemed like he was flip-flopping to you.
Yes. Again, all I'm saying is I don't care if you talk to me. I don't care, whatever. Put candy out for Halloween. Keep your lights off. I don't care. The only thing that you should do as a good neighbor is take some pride, man. Cut your grass. Keep your lawn maintenance. Pick up your trash. And, oh, by the way, shovel your sidewalks, which they don't do either in the winter.
That's tough. I will go with the sidewalk's brutal. The grass is obviously brutal. I think you were fine. The second note is where you lost me.
Okay.
These morning show, I don't know what,
Andrew.
What's Connor know about this anyways? This is why yesterday I went to Dutz. Connor and I can't sit here and chime. He lives in an apartment building that I'm pretty sure the only time he sees grass is
yeah.
Like, I'm just saying, come on. Connor Thomas with, you're so out of line.
I like that.
Look at the city, man.
Brace has to go to the back. That's what he's got to do. Go to the back when they're on the deck, and you got to tell him.
No.
Or the second option, you got to be like Griswold when he's cutting the tree. You got to keep putting the line in the weed whacker, and when they ask you where you're going to put the grass, you can tell them.
Millie Petrilli had the best line. He said, because I'm not cutting their grass. I don't have a lawnmower. I use a service. They come weekly, okay? So I don't have a mower. But Millie said what you should do, and the only thing that I deal with is when I park my car on that side of the road, getting out. My daughter's now like, I'm not getting out, Daddy. I'm coming out your side. So I'm going to go ahead and just one stripe. That's it. One, just to cut the edge of the grass. That's what I'm going to do.
It's uneven.
I don't care.
That's going to bother them? If they're living right now in the jungle, I don't think they're going to be bothered by a patch of grass being cut. They're going to be like, well, if he's going to do one patch of grass, he might as well do the whole thing. Thanks a lot, whatever your address is.
So you got my back. Dutch, you got my back?
Yeah, you're in the right.
Okay. And then finally, I do want to bring this up because Andrew was like, wait, what? And this is a little deep. I might be turning into the angry neighbor, right?
Yeah,
like,
angry brace.
Angry neighbor might be it might be a segment.
Brace.
It might be a segment because I got
how scary the sight.
I got takes. However, laziness it's easy to observe. It's easy to notice.
Right.
Trash cans. Okay? They take their trash cans out. It gets picked up. The trash cans will sit on the road, Ray, for 2 days.
That's brutal.
Dude, what are we doing? Drag your trash cans in. You drag them out.
We're living in society. That's all I can tell you.
What are we doing? And then Andrew he was coming at me saying, oh, I don't know about that. 2 days? Like, do you think that's a lot? You take your trash out on a certain day, you're supposed to bring them back in on that day, right? Like, I'm not rewriting history here.
Fair. Very fair.
I know I'm an angry neighbor, but at the end of the day, I'm asking for bare minimum, people.
Is it sacrilegious to recreate Amazing Grace as Angry Brace? Am I going to hell for that?
We're writing that one down. We're going to be using it.
Okay.
Nice work.
Angry Brace. New segment coming your way very, very soon. Mostly about his neighborhood.
I love my neighbors. The funny part is like the neighborhood is literally talking about it. That's why the note was written.
I do, and I don't mean to set off Angry Brace here. I do somewhat respect the lack of caring about anyone else to the extent. It's almost Costanza-esque.
From them.
From them. It's like, yeah, the rest of the world doesn't matter.
Almost like, wow, the grass grows? Really?
Is the grass greener on their side of the street?
Yes, it's dark as hell. It's a forest. Honestly. Dude, weeds over like waist high. I've never seen some of these things, like flowers just blossoming in the middle of it. It's great. Like, honestly, there's a whole ecosystem happening underneath there.
Does LeBron James sign before the grass is cut? 610-632-0975. Get your predictions in right now. I also didn't get a chance to go after them for what they were coming after for me about.
I stole that. Yeah, my bad. Sorry.
That's okay. Coming up next, we'll get to the Untouchables and the other problem I got with those guys in the morning. He's Sean Brace. I'm Ray Dunn. This is Middays with Marks, 97.5 The Fanatic. Sean Brace. Those were the days. Rob Ray Dunn, Air Jordan produced the program. Johnny back on Monday. Is John really going to be able to take an entire week during the LeBron sweepstakes and still be back here to break it?
Yeah, right. Tell me about it.
Yeah.
Hasn't responded to a group text.
Which I'm fine with. Which is, I keep getting the texts. I see the YouTube comments. I even was on the phone with my mom. Like, oh, so you're going to call John while he's on vacation to get back at him. I was like, no, the whole point of me not answering the phone call is I was on vacation. I'm a hypocrite if I call him.
Oh,
I'm not calling John.
That's fine. That's fine.
I also haven't used that group chat this week as to give him space from work.
I did the other day to brag about Millie Petrilli hitting.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. But I don't want to bother him with work stuff when he's not working. I'm really trying to live by the guidance that I gave when I was in San Diego. And if he wanted to chime in, he's more than welcome to. I'm not going to stop him. I don't think there's a scorching hot take he feels he needs to get off his chest in the next 5 days. I've seen the Bet Parks picks up there on the old timeline. I've seen his Twitter. I've seen those. So if he felt like he needed to chime in on the conversation, his name's on the show. Of course, he's welcome to. But I'm not calling him. I won't do that. Just like you won't go up and have the conversation with your neighbor.
Well,
you and the YouTube chat right now saying that you need to do that.
And that's okay. Look, they don't communicate. There's no communication at all. I swear to you.
So you think if you knocked, there'd be no answer?
Oh no, that's the thing. I don't think knocking is needed at this point in time. I'm not. That's no.
Tuesday.
Believe me, I wish that there was some sort of communication with them. I wish I was able to wait. Like there is zero waving. They are heads down. It's a strange house. I don't know what to tell you.
It's not the way your neighborhood is. That's the important part. You guys are a tight-knit neighborhood.
And they keep to themselves. They don't bother anybody, so I want to put that out there, too. But, no, yeah, like if they actually talked to me one time or anybody in the neighborhood, absolutely. That would have been an easy, like, yo, I'll bust some stones. Your grass is high. I can't. Hey, look, there's wildlife.
There's no way you're busting stones.
I would
over
bust.
that.
Well, of course, I would do it with a reason, but like, yeah, I would engage. I would, Jim. I would.
I don't know about that.
But there is none of that. They have their heads down, and it's a weird vibe. I made the joke. I'm like, there might be meth being cooked in there. I don't know. All right?
That's parody, folks. Yes. That is not him accusing anyone of anything.
Just cut the grass, please. Be a good neighbor.
All right, we got a memo on this, the Davis Honda text line. What do we got on him cutting his grass?
Good afternoons, mid-race. Great show as always.
Andy?
Hey, Sean, I think I owe you an apology for bringing up the neighbor's grass in the YouTube chat morning show. However, being solution-oriented as I am,
you are.
I think the next step, if it's not done after the notes, you might have to buy a lawnmower. It'll cost you like $25 at a yard sale or some marketplace, whatever.
Okay.
And then just leave it on the front porch.
Oh. Now, that's a good twist there at the end. You're not actually cutting the lawn. You're just sending the message very, very loudly. Somebody's got to do it.
Yeah, I feel bad.
Imagine if that lawnmower doesn't work.
I feel
you buy
bad
it.
for whoever has to cut it because it's that long. That's going to take like 4 or 5, like 3, 4 cuts. It's not, you ain't getting that one cut.
Can I also say this about our buddy Andy, who I know is now in the semi-retired life?
Stirring it up. I love it, Andy.
Well, he's stirring it up. What is he stirring right now? Andy, you throwing back a couple claws? He's been known to throw a claw or two back by noon.
Why, you heard that in the voice?
I thought it was delivery was a little slower than we usually get from Andy.
I did not pick up on that.
I don't know. You just respond. I see him. He's in the chat.
It's funny that he's the one that brought it up on the morning show because apparently they do a debate segment.
Debate Day Thursday.
Debate Day Thursday. Okay, I did not know this.
Is it Thursday? It's Thursday today.
Can I say something as a station, as a guy that's like been new, that's slowly making it in? Yeah. I think we need to do a better job of promoting our segments. All right?
Like the segment they spent today talking about me doing my laundry?
Okay, please. Perfect. Now teeing you up. And we all need to do a better job of our segments, when our segments are, what are our segments, how we can get involved with our segments.
Communication makes the world go round.
I think graphics. I think something on the website. So if you're driving down the road, it's Debate Day Thursday, and you want, I missed it. I want more of that. Where can I now find that? So maybe,
channel?
I understand it, but that needs to be promoted on socials.
That works for me.
Right?
You're not going to get a fight from me on
okay.
that one. Austin Jones, come on.
Just a little, because
Dutsy, what are you doing?
I listen to the station.
Yeah.
I am a consumer of 97.5 The Fanatic. I love the station. But even I'm like, wait, they do what?
Yeah.
Debate Day Thursday, I like it.
Today at 9:30 on this lovely Thursday, I'm trying to get a show ready. I'm trying to prep back there. I notice I said pack because I'm thinking about packing. I'm going back down the shore. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pack another duffel bag full of dirty clothes
to
bring
Mom?
down the shore. No, not for Mom. See, this is where we go because you guys, Salciunas, everybody makes assumptions about the guy in his 20s. Here's them talking earlier today about the fact that I took a duffel bag full of dirty clothes down the shore last weekend.
I think 18's a little. Go ahead, come here. He did. Okay, no, you did the laundry yourself. I get that. No, it's the idea of, I don't want to pay the quarters. I'm going to go bring the laundry home.
Stop it right there. I have an in-house, in-unit washing machine and dryer. I don't need to pay the quarters for it. Saying I'm like taking it at some laundromat. I'm not taking the laundromat. Keep going. Keep going.
Oh, growing up.
I did it in college a few times. Right? Like if I was coming home for Thanksgiving break, right? And the hamper was getting a little full, I would be like, I could survive. I'll bring these home. I'll get the wash done, and I'll do it at the house, and I'll save the 4 quarters for the next time around. But Ray's out of college. I mean, you are living on your own. You have a place. You have a job. You have a life. You are out in the town dating. You're doing all these things, but it's Saturday, and I need to do my laundry, so I'm going back to mommy and daddy. At what age is that cut off?
Doesn't exist.
Colby Combs says no Ray slander. I'm not trying to slander Ray. I'm trying to know what is the age, what's the cutoff date. So I would never do it anymore.
Okay. I'm so glad high and mighty Father of the Year Andrew Salciunas isn't taking his laundry down to his parents. I got you on that one. I'm going down the shore. My laundry needs to be done. My laundry is usually a weekend activity for me. That's usually taken care of a Saturday or a Sunday.
Okay.
If I'm going to the shore for the weekend, what's the difference if I do it down the shore versus doing it up home?
It's just an extra thing you got to do down the shore.
Right. I go down there. I put the laundry in. I'm hanging out. I end up moving over the dryer, dry the clothes, fold the clothes, put them in my bag. I come back home. You know what I have when I get home Sunday night or early Monday morning?
Clean clothes.
Clean clothes. You know what I wouldn't have otherwise? Clean clothes.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I'm busy. I'm sorry I got things going on.
I think it gets lost in translation because we always connect the dots of like you bring dirty clothes home to mom, she's doing it.
No.
No. As long as if you're doing it, good.
They did enough for me. When I'm in their household, I'll do the dishes. I'll do the laundry. I pick up after myself.
That is good
I'm
to
an
hear.
adult, all right? I pay my own rent. I have bills. I know how tough this thing is. I understand now why they were so annoyed with me all the time back in the day. I get it. I'm not bringing laundry back like, hey, Mom, hey, Dad, good to see you. I'm going to the beach. By the way, here's this duffel bag full of dirty clothes. You mind taking care of it for me? What do you think I am, Andrew Salciunas? Slander is what this is.
It was.
It was. Both of us today. These two guys lost their mind. And to check on, it's called growing up. Shut up.
That's good.
It's called growing up. Yeah, I'm doing my own damn laundry to Checo.
Meanwhile, I don't do my laundry.
You don't do well.
No. The wife is just unbelievable.
Do you do the dishes?
Everybody
I mean, not as much as John does.
No.
We're all very clear that nobody does the dishes more than John Morris.
And when I do laundry, the wife gets after me. Because, I'm not, boom, it's done here, slide it over. I'm doing things. I'll get there. And that just annoys her. So she's like, don't do the laundry. Let me do the laundry. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I've been known to get distracted.
You win.
During the laundry process. There's been a couple times where it's like, oh, yeah, I forgot. I got to go.
I wash my gym clothes, and that's all I'm in.
There. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of you on
Quick.
that one. Yeah, take care of that. But all right, we're gonna
Lucky man, Ray.
Untouchables coming up next. We'll get back into the Phillies conversation that we had earlier on in the show. Shout out Colby. I see you on the YouTube chat. Thank you for defending me.
New nugget for LeBron watch, too.
Oh.
Interesting.
All right, we'll start with that, then get back to the Phillies coming up in the 1 o'clock hour. He is Sean Brace. I'm Ray Dunn. This is Middays Marks 97.5 The Fanatic.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Phillies drop another series. I'm Brandon Dutz, and the Phillies lost their second straight series, getting blown out by the Dodgers in the rubber match. Aaron Nola, he was Aaron Nola, 5 1/3, 7 hits, 5 earned runs, and 4 strikeouts. Season ERA for him is up to 5.82, paired with a 6.7 ERA at home. Brian De La Cruz and Alec Bohm both went yard, but it was too little too late. When asked how he would assess the series against the Dodgers, Don Mattingly showed confidence in the team.
No, nothing in this series changes our thoughts. If we play well, we're capable of beating anybody. So there's nothing that happened in this series that changes my view at all.
Phillies are off today and return to action at home against the Yankees on Friday with Jesus Luzardo on the mound. Union took down the Red Bulls by a final score of 3-1 with their next match on Saturday against Seattle. Game will begin at 7:30, and you can listen to the game live right here on the Fanatic. As the Eagles continue to prepare for training camp, Jalen Hurts came in at number 56 on the NFL's top 100 players list, and the wait for LeBron's decision continues. The 76ers are still in the mix, and we'll bring you the latest the moment we have an update. This update is sponsored by Straight Talk Wireless. Every now and then you find a deal where you get more and pay less. Now that's a good deal. That's Straight Talk Wireless on Verizon's 5G network. Find exclusively at Walmart and StraightTalk.com. I'm Brandon Dutz on the home of the 76ers, Flyers, and Union, 97.5 The Fanatic and the Fanatic app.
Hey, everybody, it's Bill Colarulo, and coming up.
Down. Sean,
Burning down the house.
I didn't love the fact that I was trying to prepare the show and I was just being misrepresented on the program prior to us.
It's fair.
It's from Andrew, of all people. You know? Salciunas, I feel like, brought me into this radio world. You know? His son calls me Uncle Ray.
Oh,
like,
how about
you know?
that? I did not know
For that guy to be the one that's trying to tear me down. I could see it elsewhere at this station. I could see it from Dutz. I could see Dutz going on some sort. Actually, Dutz is probably one of the last people I could see that from. I could see that from Rodman, for sure. I could understand that. I could understand Connor Thomas. You know, he's a little upset. I can stay an extra hour at Garage than he can. I could see him taking a shot at me.
That's funny.
But Salciunas, that one hurt. All right, 1 o'clock hour brought to you by Morgenstern Hair Restoration. Great teams stick together, and so does great hair. Morgenstern Hair Restoration Championship results. Visit morgensternhair.com or call 610-831-HAIR. We have new LeBron information.
That is correct.
Dutsy, I know you've been on LeBron Watch all day. What have we just found out about LeBron Watch?
Well, according to Brian Windhorst, LeBron James will not be doing any introductory press conferences after his famous one in 2010, which correlates with the Heat because the Heat had put out the introductory press conference. So more confusing stuff for LeBron here.
Okay, so LeBron's not doing it, and this comes after the news that we got, or not the news, but the fun social media speculation following the YouTube video that existed for LeBron to be introduced by the Miami Heat. So LeBron sees this LeBron is aware of the fact that people believe he's going to the Heat because of this introductory press conference link, and then it gets out there that LeBron is not going to do an introductory press conference because of the spectacle that the 2010 one. And the 2010 one wasn't just an introductory presser. That was a spectacle. They come walking out, the three of them, Bosh, Wade, LeBron, all in uniforms. They got the smoke going. You know, they're doing mean mugging for the camera. Not one, not two, not three. Like, that was more than just an intro presser. All right, I was there 2 years ago when they introduced Paul George. That was to call that an intro presser compared to what LeBron did in 2010. Yeah, it's okay if he doesn't do the spectacle again. I think he's made it very clear. This is not 2010. We're not getting the decision on primetime television, and we're not getting the big, oh, look at us, big three, Miami. Yeah, I think I understand that. But bothers me, for sure, if he's not doing an intro presser.
Put in a time capsule that not one, not two. That was unbelievable.
It was, yeah.
So that brings me to a question, though, is how will this announcement happen? How do we think that this is going to go down? Let's just say, for the sake of the conversation, he is signing with the Miami Heat.
Okay.
He's going back to Miami. Is this on LeBron's Instagram? Is it a YouTube hit? Is it just a Windhorse or Shams tweet?
Podcast.
It's a podcast.
Yeah. The issue is you have to keep the circle tight on that, which is why I don't know if – like, I think it's him sitting down. I guess it can't be Steve Nash. It's just Ricky being a kid.
Scared the hell out of me.
I don't know if it's Steve Nash and him. I don't know if it's Rich Paul and him. I don't know who's there doing the podcast with him, but I feel like it's the podcast. The issue is then you have to kind of keep the circle close. Like, you can't have a lot of production people on that one because it's like, oh, yeah, well, how was work today? Well, we recorded the podcast LeBron made his decision on. Like,
yeah, look, he's been able to keep it tight. There's no doubt about that. And then you think about when he went back to Cleveland, when he left Miami. Remember, that was the flight where he boarded with Dwayne Wade, and that's when he told him there. So he could keep things under wraps. It's a podcast, you say. I don't think it is.
All right, what do you think it is?
It's a social media post.
Okay.
It's an Instagram post. I think it's an IG post.
Like a graphic with him in the jersey?
Here's what I'll tell you. Yeah, something along those lines. You know, my next stop, the journey continues, whatever.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Just a kid from Akron.
Yeah, kid from Akron going back to Miami.
I will guarantee you that hashtag is involved with this decision.
Yeah, there you go. The one thing I will say is that I would almost be let down if it was put out there by Shams or an insider, Windhorse. I would be let down. Dude, you've been able to keep things under wraps for this long. Like, no. Continue to do your thing. Put it out yourself. I think that's pretty cool, actually, in the grand scheme of things. In this day and age, to be able to keep something like that tight and
Yeah, it's
under
impressive.
Yeah,
I mean, it's impressive that we're still speculating like this right now. In today's day and age, there has to be like 3 people that know. If the decision's made. You believe the decision's made. So if the decision's made, it has to be like LeBron knows, Savannah knows. I don't think Bronny knows.
No.
Can I be honest with you? I think Bronny's out of the circle of trust right now.
Yeah,
He's a Laker.
I don't think the kids know. It's a kid. It's your kid.
Does Zuri know?
It is interesting. He's a team.
He's made the deal about his daughter. So
No.
does she know?
No.
I feel like she's the one kid that would be locked in on this.
No.
He said he was going to consult with her.
He's keeping it. It's him, Rich Paul, and Savannah. That's it.
I'm putting Zuri in that group. That's my Mount Rushmore right there.
There you go.
Mount Rushmore of LeBron confidants.
Who knows? Yeah.
Yeah. Bronny. doesn't know.
No, he's look, he can slip. He can say something by
Right.
accident. He was just interviewed yesterday.
Right.
Somebody
People
caught
see
him on the street.
Yeah. No, it's tough. I wouldn't trust him. Sorry, kid. I got you a job in the NBA. That's the best I could do for you. I'm not telling you where I'm going. I'll see you when I see you.
It is important to Bronny because it's where he's going to end up playing, too.
Do we? Do we believe that?
Is Bronny, does he improve? Because he has skills. You can't deny that.
Would Bronny want to be teammates with Jaylen Brown after the Jaylen Brown sideline comment?
That's funny.
It's an insane sentence that I just said. I want to be very clear. When you heard me and you rolled your eyes at me, I rolled my eyes at myself as I said it.
At that point in time, Jaylen Brown wasn't wrong.
No.
But now, is he an NBA player now? I don't.
Do you trade for Bronny just so that you make it tough for LeBron?
That's my idea. Kidnap Bronny and hold him hostage on the bench.
That's funny.
It was thrown around back in 24 when he was drafted. I remember those conversations. Was it 24? Whatever it was. When Bronny got drafted, I remember us kicking that idea around.
Oh, yeah.
Like, we just draft Bronny, and then LeBron's going to come play for you because he wants to play with this kid. or the Lakers are going to give you more than value than for him.
I wish it was that easy.
I wish it was that. It's not. You know who runs the world? Clutch.
They do.
Clutch Sports.
600 clients.
All right, we got a memo on LeBron. What we got here? Dave's on a text line.
Hey, good afternoon, you guys. Xavier from Newtown Square. Got some breaking news for y'all. Sources telling me that LeBron James saw his shadow this morning, and there will be another 6 weeks of no decision. I don't understand, man. And then you get reports out about him waiting for his decision to see if a team is going to make a play for Anthony Davis or Kyrie Irving. Anthony Davis is about to sign an extension with the freaking Wizards. Brian Windhorst went on today and said he's talked to everybody, coaches, players, owners. Nobody knows anything between Twitter and freaking ex-players and crap like that that's on podcasts talking about, oh, I heard this. No, you didn't. Shut up. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. It's annoying.
We're emailing this one to Pat Bev, Xavier. Appreciate you. But next Monday. Do you think Pat Bev takes a victory lap if he does sign next Monday?
Oh, that would be funny. Yeah, he should.
I'd be upset.
He should.
It would upset me.
Because he did say it was going to be Monday. He thought it was that Monday. What is the date on that? Today is the 23rd.
That
24th.
was...
Because remember, Miami put out the press conference that was labeled.
27th.
That was labeled the 27th?
27th it was labeled. And remember, the Baker told us it would be done by the 25th.
Oh, the Baker.
Yeah. Where are his... I want to hear from his daughters. That's who I want to hear from.
Wait.
Time out. If LeBron wasn't a Cleveland Cavalier. Yeah.
Miami Heat video is July 27th.
July 27th, I thought was the
Which
date.
is the Monday.
Which is
and
the Monday.
Pat Bev said it was happening on Monday.
But he wouldn't have an intro presser the same day he signs, right? Right? We would know, and then he would get the presser.
Yeah, I just think I think somebody behind the scenes at the Miami Heat didn't think it was a bad idea because no pub is bad pub.
No, and I also don't. I think it was probably just an honest mistake.
Or it could have been that.
I just feel for the guy that. There are two things. There's the regular person in me. There's the guy that just, wakes up, goes to work, does his job. That's like, working man's mistake right there. That person tried to make something. They tried to save themselves time later. They wanted to be an unlisted private video, and it ended up being just out there in the public domain, and someone consumed it. There's the cynic in me. That this person wanted to make money somehow on one of these markets where they were like, you know what, I bet that LeBron's going to be a player of the Heat a while ago. Let me put this out there. I'm not saying they were the ones making the money. Maybe someone they know. That's the cynic in me. That's the like, how can this benefit someone? Because it's a really egregious mistake to make. And if you're making that mistake, why would you, how could you? And you could make it if you wanted to.
Somebody was trying to finesse the poly market for bread is what you're trying to say.
That's now when anything happens in the world, it goes back into my mind. How exactly did they make money off of that?
You ready for that one, Ray? That was a Drake lyric.
Ah.
You like that?
No.
Okay.
No.
Not a Drake guy?
Either I grew up or Drake did it.
You're a Kendrick.
That's one of those things.
Right.
Yeah. I like Gold Drake. What was the line? I like Drake with the melodies. I don't like when he acts tough. I like Drake for a certain mood. Current Drake, it leaves a little bit desired for me.
These new albums are pretty good.
There were 3 albums, bro. You're not getting me to listen to 3 albums.
I know I listened to the one, Iceman. I listened to Iceman. The other one, I think I heard like a song or two.
Yeah, no, you're not getting me to. Sorry, 3 albums.
It's been doing it forever.
Yes.
It's crazy.
Been around.
Yep.
I want to go quickly to this Anthony Davis-Kyrie thing. So we talked about it earlier. Kevin O'Connor saying, hey, Kyrie Irving, Anthony Davis, maybe that's what's holding this up. LeBron wants to reunite with one of them. He tossed out the idea of Kyrie Irving going to Cleveland. Maybe they end up doing some sort of trade, Harden, moving parts. Kyrie ends up back in Cleveland. LeBron goes back to Cleveland. Everybody lives happily ever after. Or this Golden State idea that's been thrown out there about Anthony Davis getting there. I want to be very clear about something. If you do not enjoy the Joel Embiid experience, and your solution here is to go out and trade for Anthony Davis and make the swap that way to bring Anthony Davis here to be LeBron James' teammate or entice LeBron to come here, I can assure you, you also will not enjoy the Anthony Davis experience. I don't believe trading for Anthony Davis is a good idea under any circumstances. I saw some people tossing out the idea of, hey, well, Anthony Davis, we could do the whole big man swap thing. I'm good. I think if you don't like the experience you currently have with your big man, it's not getting any better if you trade for Anthony Davis. I'm out on that idea.
Yeah. Anthony Davis is, I think that's really desperate. They call him street clothes for a reason. We know that. I'm good on the Anthony Davis deal. And I get it. If that's what gets LeBron, that's one thing, but I'm all right with that. Anthony Davis, we got JoJo. We need to worry about him. He's obviously not going anywhere unless he's part of the reason why LeBron hasn't signed.
And I don't think that's.
And he could be in a package deal or whatever it may be.
LeBron's not as smart as I think he is if he is signing up to play with Anthony Davis but concerned about playing with Joel Embiid.
Yeah.
That you can mark it down, make the graphic if you want with my words saying that. I believe that wholeheartedly. I want to give a quick shout here. I see we got YouTube chatter talking about Eagles camp start next week. Tomorrow we're doing Football Guy Friday.
Yeah, damn right we are.
Tomorrow. We're
Let's
gonna get into
go.
that. But I want to. Well, we were talking about prediction markets there. LeBron signs. John Marks returns. Grass gets cut. Order in which those things happen. John Marks returns. LeBron signs. The grass gets cut by your neighbor.
LeBron is. When is LeBron signing? Is he signing this weekend? I don't know.
Feels like next week.
Yeah, that's.
I feel like I've given up hope on this week already.
All right, so LeBron is last. John's coming back on Monday. Grass cut? No, I don't think this grass is going to be cut. I think that this is going to be a bumping of the heads, or I just let it go and I just say, you know what? I did my part. I tried my best. You know, if somebody from the neighborhood wants to step up and take the baton, go right ahead. But me, I did the notes. I'm trying.
So Marks, LeBron, Grass. That's your order.
There it is.
Okay. I feel like that's the fair order. That feels like the right order. I really thought we were getting LeBron news earlier this week. I can't believe we're sitting here Thursday. I mean, I can, but I can't. Sitting here just... I like the theory that Adam Silver upset him.
Yeah, that's out there, too.
I like that one a lot.
Apparently he was peeved. And I think he has... I do. I honestly believe that LeBron has a case to be peeved. Like, he's being singled out by the commissioner of his league. No doubt. But I also think LeBron's smart enough to realize that he's on a different level. Like, you're LeBron James. You're not Brandon Ingram, like Chris Broussard would say. You know, you are on a different level. So, therefore, yes. But essentially, I think LeBron can make the case that he's bigger than the game. If the commish is out there singling him out, saying we can't put out a schedule.
He's got the power.
He does?
LeBron's got the power. It's a vet, like, he is signing for no money.
Got to fight the power, Ray.
I'm not fighting. I'm welcoming the power in this case.
You're right.
Bring me the king.
Bring him.
All right. Untouchables. Phillies organization. Who are they? Because we had Alfie upset me earlier saying that I was Daryl Morey for moving on from if I wanted to move off for Justin Crawford. So go down the roster here for you. We'll play the game of untouchables with this team. I will start JT Realmuto.
Meaning I can't trade him?
Yeah.
No.
Right. I just don't think there's any world in which he gets traded. That I just think he's going to be here, and that's it. I don't know how many people sign up for 2 more years at $15 million for a catcher that's in his mid-30s. All right. Bryce Harper. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Bryson Stott.
No. See him.
Trey Turner.
See him.
Yeah, nobody's trading for that.
No. Yeah.
I keep seeing the Lindor idea. There's been a couple people tossing the Lindor swap around. I mean, I don't hate it. I don't think it'll ever happen, but I don't hate it.
Okay. Keep going.
All right. Alec Boehm.
No. Tradable.
Brandon Marsh.
Tradable.
Kyle Schwarber.
Yeah. He's part of the vision. Yeah. I think he's untouchable.
Justin Crawford.
Tradable.
Mundo Sosa.
Tradable.
Rafael Marchand.
Of course.
Gabriel Rincon.
No, I got to keep him. Great dive and catch out there. Right.
Derek Hill.
I love Derek Hill. He might be untouchable just because of what they got or how much they spent for him and what he's been able to do. I like his play, of course.
Yeah, I mean, I'm cool and keep Derek Hill.
Yeah.
Who else can we go down here? Let's go to the pitchers here. Sanchez, Luzardo, Wheeler. We all know Nola's not going anywhere. Even though every time there's a big salary the Phillies could trade for, I see just one of those accounts doing like they put Nola on the other side, like we have to salary match, like it's the NBA. It's like, no, dude, they're not taking Nola off your hands.
No.
The idea of getting rid of the high price contract is you're getting rid of the high price contract. Anyways, Painter.
No, he's tradable.
Let's go down with the minor league pitching then. Gage Wood.
Yeah, I think he's tradable as well.
Alex McFarland.
Tradable.
All right. Well, there you go. That covers it. Aiden Miller.
They're all tradable. Wheeler is a guy that I would like to keep. He's part of the vision. Of course, Luzardo's part of the vision. Sanchez is part of the vision. So those three are untouchable. And, the closer, you want to keep him, right? But Yeah, so he's not tradable. I would keep him. But other than that, it's slim pickings, right? There's not too many guys that I'm hanging on to. I can't move. Untouchable list.
And the idea of this for me is also, we go down the list and it's like, yeah, you can't trade this guy. You can't trade this guy. It was a story that was in ESPN. They did their midseason grades. And this is a team with 6 All-Stars. Sanchez, Harper, Schwarber, Marsh, Duran, Luzardo. Throw in Wheeler, and that's a fantastic top 7. The rest of this team isn't really that good. That is what is the line in the story. Written on ESPN. Who wrote this one out? Dave Schoenfield wrote this one out. So the rest of the team really isn't that good outside of those 7.
Yeah.
Players 8 through 26. Anyone from that group, 8 to 26, I feel like you got to be creative. If we're living in a world in which there's not going to be a lot of sellers and the idea of the traditional player for prospect trade isn't on the table, Dombrowski has to accept some sort of creativity in trying to improve this thing.
Yep.
Where we've talked about every offseason about the idea of moving Bohm. And hey, could you move Bohm? And this past offseason was get the $10 million off the books, help you go after Bo Bichette. But, an idea is something akin to that. The reason why I'm not against the Crawford idea, if there's not going to be a lot of this traditional minor league prospects for major league guy trades, Crawford he be thrown in there somewhere. We mentioned yesterday Painter was a name in the Scooble article, and it was like, yeah, if you could build a package around Andrew Painter and it's going to lead to Scooble being a Philly, would love that. But does it feel logical? No. The ultimate point of this exercise, the Untouchables, is that for Dave Dombrowski at the trade deadline, this traditional, we're going to take from our farm system, we're going to give up these 3 prospects, we're going to go get that guy. It might not be the way to do it this year because there's just seems like way more buyers than sellers in this market.
Yep.
You're not going to be able to outbid people with your farm system. So if you have to be creative and do some sort of major league swap, it's not the normal way of doing things. But I feel like you have to be open to some sort of idea like that.
I agree. I think it's a good plan of attack, and whether it comes to fruition, we'll find out. But all in all, what you saw over the last 3 days is they are not on the level of the Dodgers. And, oh, by the way, the fact that they continue to lose throughout the course of the season, albeit the way it started, I get it, but to the top dogs in the division, whether it's the Brewers, the Braves, the Phillies are not on that level. So they need to get better to compete for a championship. So, look, Dombrowski's going to do what he needs to do. The players are going to continue to do what they're going to do. Ray, we gotta, I think, do a little bit more, boys, and I want to give a little shout out if I can as a fan base. Always interesting to check out the world of Reddit, but on Reddit Phillies, this gentleman who will remain nameless went to Trinity Church, and there's a pray card where you could request. And he wrote, it says, "We're here to pray with you. To submit a request, complete this card and place it in the collection basket near the entrance of the church." Now, I am not a church-going man. I'm a spiritual guy, but I, haven't made that path in my life.
I'm what they refer to as a CEO at this point in my life.
What does that mean?
Christmas and Easter only.
Oh.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I'm the type of guy that, traffic is ridiculous here this week at church. All those casuals are back. My family, mom, dad, brother, very good.
Nice.
Yeah, they're getting a one-way ticket into heaven.
Yeah.
I'm, concerning.
All right. Well, more on that later. But he says, please pray for, and then he wrote, Aaron Nola to stop giving up home runs to jabroni hitters so the Phillies can win the World Series. As you name your prayers in this place, may you go forth in God's peace and grace. Your presence has been a blessing here. You and your prayers are held in God's sustaining love, Ray. How about that?
That's very nice of him.
What are these guys doing?
I got a new button on there, so
how about that?
Threw me off. That's
it's usually the one on the end. Yeah, this is the one all the way at the end for me.
I'm the a-hole.
Oh.
I haven't used it a ton.
That's a good one.
Yeah, no. There's a few of them that I haven't really gotten a good opportunity to use. I was really upset that the thing didn't really catch on once the Flyers went down in 4 to the Hurricanes. I really wanted to use that Ralio one more often.
Okay.
I love going back to the Harry Mays ones, too. I don't use these.
What is going on back there?
I was producing that show.
Were you?
I believe I was. Yes, I was producing that show when Harry said that. I hope it's a field fact. I believe I was.
Text him?
You know what?
Harry,
he don't remember. Well, he might actually, because that was.
Go ahead, take it over. You're the boss.
What was that from?
I'm thinking Nahagian walked in for something.
Oh my goodness!
He told the story of that drop on the air.
That's funny. Yeah, I think I was.
Tighten it up.
What is going on back there? I believe I was, and it was just something along the lines of, it is the phones and didn't work, and Harry's like, "Well, what is going on?" Real quick, another nugget in LeBron watch.
Oh, that's coming up.
That's coming up, Ray.
Another nugget.
We're starting to get some breadcrumbs.
Real quick, just to put a bow on the Phillies conversation, because you mentioned losing against bad teams. 3 teams in the National League with a winning record against teams above 500. The Brewers, the Braves, and the Dodgers. No surprise there. Phillies 4 games under 500 against teams over 500. How much do you buy into that number? Because that's a number people are going to throw out a ton.
It's the best competition. One more time, run that back. The second
they
part.
Are 4 games under 500 against teams above 500.
Yeah.
So how much do you buy in that one?
You should.
Run differential still freaks me out about this team. It's still amazing. It's minus 15. I get it. The Painter really hurt that number. I've seen people, well, if you remove the Painter thing, I can't really remove the 5th starter from this. We all realize the 5th starter has been a problem, right? You can't just lift it. It's my favorite type of stat. Luzardo's the ultimate guy for this. If you remove when it's bad, it's really good.
Yeah.
For this team, if you remove the bad, it's really good. It's like, that 5th starter, as much as it doesn't cost you the postseason, it's the reason you're 4 games back of the Braves. That's the plan you had coming into the season. He's going to be a part of this team. And, oh, by the way, he's been supposed to be a part of your rotation going forward. Seems going to drive me up a wall.
I love the fact that we're starting to get some breadcrumbs from LeBron.
All right. Well, in that case, without further ado, when we come back, LeBron Watch continues. He's Sean Brace. I'm Ray Dunn. Middays Marks, 97.5 The Fanatic.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Deadline's coming up quick. I'm Brandon Dutz, and the Phillies lost their 2nd straight series post-All-Star break, getting blown out by the Dodgers in the rubber match of the series. It was another tough start for Aaron Nola, 5 1/3, 7 hits, 5 earned runs, and 4 strikeouts. Season ERA for him is up to 5.82. With the trade deadline approaching, it's becoming more clear that the Phillies need to add another arm. Jason Stark joined Unfiltered yesterday and shared what he believes is are the Phillies looking for ahead of the deadline.
There was a time when a bat was at the top of their shopping list. When I talk now to teams that have spoken to the Phillies, it doesn't sound that way to me anymore. They're shopping for an impact arm.
Union took down the Red Bulls 3-1 with their next match on Saturday against Seattle. Game will begin at 7:30, and you can listen to the game right here live on The Fanatic. As for NBA news, it's the same thing we've known for weeks regarding LeBron James. Still no decision, but the Sixers remain in the mix, and we'll keep you updated once we have more. This update is sponsored by the New Jersey Department of Health. Public health works behind the scenes building a healthier future for everyone. One mission working for you. Learn more at nj.gov/health. I'm Brandon Dutz on the home of the 76ers, Flyers, and Union, 97.5 The Fanatic and The Fanatic app.
Welcome back. Middays with Marks, 97.5. The Fanatic. Alongside Sean Brace, I'm Ray Dunn. Johnny Marks will return before LeBron James signs.
Are we getting closer? No,
I'm not letting myself fall for this again.
All right.
Where's my my George Bush drop? I'm not being a fool again. You can't fool me again.
You have a George Bush drop?
I do, yeah.
What?
I broke it out on a filter. I thought about it.
Fool me once, shame on you.
Oh.
If fool me, we can't get fooled again.
That is so good.
Yeah. I broke it out on unfiltered a couple weeks ago. I was thinking about it. I was like, man, I was a fool 8 years ago. Is he going to make me a fool again? And then I thought,
Fool me once, shame on you. If fool me, we can't get fooled again.
it's just.
Your team, your town, your Philadelphia 76ers are contenders for the East. It's as simple as that.
It's as simple as that.
Those are the both next to each other on my board right
When you
now.
play that George Bush drop, I immediately think of J. Cole.
Yeah, no, that's exactly where I went to.
Yep.
You know how deep into that song that is?
Deep.
I always thought it was like at the beginning. Because Austin was like, man, I'm going to go listen to It's No Role Models,
He
right?
did two back-to-back nights at the Xfinity Mobile Arena.
This
packed
week.
Up. Look, I think real quick on this because I love people are like, don't talk hip hop. Shut up.
I don't know.
So Drake and Kendrick and Cole, they were all like, we're all top dogs, and
Right,
I have no issue with
Big
that.
three. Yeah.
And I don't want it to come off and as a slight at Cole, but to me, J. Cole was more of a lyricist, more, I know he probably doesn't think of himself that way.
J. Cole, if you're still in town, this is Sean Bray saying it. If you want to make a diss track, just leave this one out there this time.
I guess what I would like to clear up and say and make it really easy and simple, there's levels to this.
Right. It's Kendrick and then everybody else.
Kendrick is up there. There's no doubt about that. Not too many people are getting a halftime show. But apparently Drake turned it down, Ray.
Oh, yeah.
Apparently there's no reason for him not to. I mean, he's got just how many songs out there? Top hits.
Yeah, he could do it. But you know who did it the year after the beef?
Yeah, because he's boys with Jay-Z.
That man won. That man won.
It's funny.
Won in life right there.
Well, hopefully we get a little bit more of that because it does bring an extra element of fun.
Well, yeah, I think that's also part of the problem with J. Cole was the dipping out, Like he had the response, then he apologized about the response. He kind of cleared out, let those two go at it. Like if you wanted your opportunity to go get, no matter how you felt about those two guys, felt about being a part of that, like once that erupts, if you step out of that arena, you're allowing them to go in the arena to decide what this is going to be.
This is deep.
Yeah.
This is deep.
A couple of white dudes.
I will just say, come on, man. It's hip-hop. Love it. But J. Cole is incredible. So I don't want that to be, this is not a slight at him.
That entire day when I was coming in for Unfiltered, I was bumping.
Fool me once, shame on you.
After I listened to that song, I started listening.
Fool me, can't fool again.
Yeah. Don't fool me again, LeBron. What do we know about LeBron?
Dude.
Tell me, Sean Brace.
He had, one more on Bush. Now watch me hit this drive.
Yeah.
It's just classic. All right, new LeBron nugget. Let's go. Are we getting closer? That's the question. Well, Dutz sent this to us, and according to Shams, when we were kicking around the ideas of waiting for a potential trade to take place, from Shams, LeBron James is, in caps, not waiting for another domino to fall right now. They're not waiting for Anthony Davis to get traded. Just make the announcement then, right? Like if you're going to put a comment out or you're going to release a statement, Rich Paul tells Shams that that's not the case.
Right.
Then just come out and say, we're going to Miami already. What are we doing? What are we waiting for?
I don't know, man.
I thought for sure that it makes sense, the fact that there is a trade that potentially needs to go through and that therefore everybody needs to relax. I mean, I can get behind that, but man, if that's not the case and he's just drawing this out because he's got to make a decision, it's my choice. It's like, dude, 23 years in the league, really?
I mean, we've hit the breaking point of like us talking about it. We're talking about it because something's happening, but like every day when we come in to start the show, I'm like, I'm not leading with LeBron today.
There's a lot of people that tune in for the LeBron updates.
I know, and we're going to keep giving them to you. We're going to keep talking about LeBron James, but it got to the point for me, like after built it up Monday, kept with it. Tuesday we did the reaction to the Dodgers, but like for me at this point, I'm just what more can I tell you about this?
Yeah,
What more can I tell you about LeBron James? I hate getting up here and sound like Shams because that's really what this turns into. Because every time they have him on SportsCenter now, it's the first 30 seconds are a slightly different alteration moving the story forward, and the next 45 seconds is, but you have to remember whoever he's on with. I'll use Kevin Gandhi as the example here. But you got to remember, Kevin, this is about a happiness. This is about him cementing his legacy. He wants to go to a winner. It's a family-driven decision. Like, we know at this point, I know who the contenders are. I know it's going to be the Cavs. It's going to be the Heat. It's going to be the Sixers, the Warriors, the Timberwolves. At this point, what more can I tell you other than the fact that I've read this, like, even my Cleveland read on the situation, I feel like I've repeated too many times. Yeah. Dutsy, you got an original LeBron take for the people out there? Give me something original, Dutsy. What are you cooking up over there?
I have nothing, Ray. I'm still optimistic he comes to Philadelphia, but at this point, I have no idea. I really, my hatred for Rich Paul is up there with Scott Boras. I can't stand Rich Paul. I can't stand him. I'm getting tired of this whiteboard stuff with Kellerman. I can't stand Kellerman either. Every single one of them.
We're pro Kellerman. He's Club Hurts. This now.
Yeah, he is Club Hurts.
Yeah, the whole Bob Myers talking over Bob Myers thing went out the way once he started being pro Hurts.
Yeah, look, I know it's a machine. You got to feed the machine. They're doing it, but I also think that you pointed it out, or it was either you or Sam, and it's like, wait a minute, they're all clutch sports. It's just continuing to put oxygen in to the clients and to building this up. So there's a reason why he's doing it. It's just like, come on, man. Know your audience is where I'm at, I guess. Like, enough is enough.
And that's what I thought this podcast was supposed to be for him. I thought it was supposed to humanize Rich Paul. It was supposed to be like this guy, this figure you hear so much about, because we hear so much about Rich Paul. But before this podcast, how much did you hear from Rich Paul? You didn't. So it's like, oh, yeah, he can talk with Kellerman. They can talk a little bit. Also helps out Clutch Sports. It's good marketing for them. Like, they can have a good back and forth. It does feel like at this point it's now having the reverse effect on Rich Paul, where it's like, no, this guy that I was annoyed with what his organization's done to my favorite basketball league, I'm annoyed with him again.
Yep, that's where we're at.
And we also didn't touch on this. Maybe I'm the only one bothered by this, and people are going to say it's self-serving, and this is all because we would be the ones sitting down with them if there was an introductory press conference, or we'd at least be there for it. Not having an intro press week, in my eyes.
Okay.
If you're not going to sit and answer questions from the media where you sign, about you signing, that's weak. I don't care if you're LeBron James. I don't care if you're Ariel Hukporti. Whoever's out there, if you sign with a team, you should have an introductory presser that is open to the media. So if he's truly done with introductory pressers as a whole, I think that's weak.
Yeah, I didn't take it as that, but I'm not arguing either if you did. I just took it more along the lines of they're not going to get like a press conference like with Dwayne Wade, that type.
Okay, so there's going to be no spectacle, but he'll still sit up there and answer questions.
I would believe so, right?
I would hope.
With Pat Riley taking a picture like he just did with Tim Hardaway Jr., right? Like
yeah.
I don't think there's going to be anything different. It'll be Pat, Spo, and LeBron.
Yep. Or here would be... That'd be interesting. How many people get a seat at that table?
That's it. It's
just LeBron?
Only those three. It's Pat, LeBron.
No. If he signed here, who gets a seat at that table?
It would be. That's a good question. Definitely Gansey. Definitely Nick Nurse. Or would you put Nurse? Yeah, you'd have to. So it'd be Nurse and Gansey. Maybe Bob Myers sits it out. So it'd be those three.
I mean, come on. We got a 4-time NBA champion running this thing. No Harris? No shine for Harris in that one?
No.
I feel like that would be a day you want to be there to celebrate.
Yeah,
probably sit front row.
That's interesting. If
Bob Myers sits front row?
Yeah.
I feel like Bob Myers, though, after going on Rich Paul's podcast, has to be up there. I feel like you need all four of them.
I'm fine with Bob Myers being on there, but I don't think that would be the case. I think Bob Myers is a team guy, saying, you know what? Gansey deserves the shine.
Also,
Cleveland in the house.
If LeBron were to sign with the Sixers, Steve Gansey would be on this program the following day.
I agree.
We are getting Steve Gansey. We're friends with Mike. Mike is a friend of the program. By extension, how does that work? Are you automatically friends with your friend's brother?
Yeah.
I feel like that's the way it should be.
Feel fact. Yeah, I trust
Feels
you.
like that's the way it should be. Like, I feel like most of my friends ended up friends with my brother. I feel like we are friends by extension with Steve Gansey. He's a friend of the program by extension. He should be on the program the day after if they were to sign the program.
It would be great to get him.
But I'm assuming people are, like the text line right now, Davis Honda text line, Feel the Davis difference at Davis Honda in Burlington. I'm assuming it's just more, not apathy, but annoyance at the fact that the LeBron conversation's continuing.
Yeah, people just want it to be right this point.
Yeah.
I think we're on day 24 now, day 23. I mean, this is
June 30th.
ridiculous.
June 30th has started.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm right there with. I think everybody is, but we have to do the job.
It's our job.
The job
you gotta
is
play
right
the game.
Now. Yeah, the job is reporting on all things LeBron because there's a lot of people still tuning in.
Yeah, when we all want to know, even if we feel like we know.
Very true.
I feel like I know.
Yeah.
I feel like I know.
60% Miami, 40%
If you
Philly.
could just pick up and go to Miami for what a life that would be.
It would be nice.
I don't know if Miami would be my ultimate goal.
No, I would go Clearwater. Give me the Gulf.
I'm San Diego.
Oh yeah,
I'm cross coast.
But that's a rip, man. You got that's a long flight. Florida is just zip. You're up, you're down.
Yeah, but the humidity.
You're in the water.
Yeah, it's a little much for me. I don't know. Think about me. You let me loose in Miami. Like, I wanted to apply to the University of Miami.
Ooh.
That was a swift no.
The U.
That was a swift no.
Yeah, you don't fit the U vibe.
I think my parents were afraid that I might go into the U vibe.
Throw it up.
Yeah. I think that was a concern.
Did you know that this is H for Houston? I did not know that. Throw your H's up.
No, I didn't know that. No, I thought it was horns.
Well, Hook 'em Horns is Texas, but this is what they do. Matter of fact, just saw that on a Drake video. He said, throw the H's up.
Nah, I don't believe it then. All right, YouTube chat recap coming your way next. This is Middays and Marks, 975 The Fanatic.
Animal House in this place. Ricky Bo getting all fired up for the big show coming your way.
You kind of forget this time of year what it's like to have Ricky here because with the like split time when he's over at NBC. But then you remember, and it's just like you walk in the hallway and you're just immediately like ducking.
Your head's got to be on a swivel.
Yeah, you're afraid. Like you're just going to get drilled.
These guys like to throw Nerf balls around here. And last time I checked, something got broke on my desk. Look. It happens.
That's VP, but let's. I'll give Ricky credit for this. He still can spot it.
Yeah.
He's still great at locating the fastball. If he wants something to get hit, that thing's getting hit.
You better be ready.
If he wants to take your head, or if maybe he gets called in from the bullpen to hit you, he can still hit you today.
So we're hanging here behind the scenes, and we got. I want to shout out our guy DK.
Hanging out.
Yeah, he's kicking it with us. Make sure you give him a follow. DK_create. He does a great job shooting for a lot of our local players, but does an amazing job for the Phillies down there at the yard. And I mean, just his content's incredible. DK_create. So he stops in, and literally, Ricky doesn't come and say hi. He just throws a fastball, a Nerf ball, right by our head.
Yeah.
I'm like, Rick, come meet DK.
Well, I'm coming around the corner, and I see Vito diving out of the way. I'm like, what?
Animals. I love it.
It's great. Yeah, it keeps you.
You got to stand. Look, this is what it is. You got to keep you got to stay on your feet. And then, look, from the morning show perspective, the boys are stirring it up. This is good. We need this.
A lot of energy around here today. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. With a lot of people moving, talking.
Synergy,
right? Yeah.
It's a good vibe right now.
It's a good vibe.
Phillies are back. Yeah, man.
Yeah. You want to start with the vibe? Talk about the Phillies right now? That's a hell of a choice by you.
That was a bad job by me. We were just
all right.
We were kicking it over the idea.
Misread the calculations.
Yes, I did. Yeah, I'll give it to you. You ready? Here you go.
Misread the calculations.
So DK brought it up. Like LeBron changes everything. Of course, we all know that, right? I go as far to say, what does LeBron do? Yeah, it's an automatic trip to the NBA Finals if the Sixers were to get him with this roster, this lineup. It also makes life extremely difficult for the people that work there in the arenas because he goes, man, getting on the elevator would be a whole nother experience. And it's the reality of how big this dude really is.
We've been stopped on an elevator before down there. I imagine if LeBron comes, we would be stopped again on that elevator if LeBron was on it.
We were stopped because of John Clark, believe it or not. Remember?
I recall.
I was stopped for a player one time for who the hell was it? I forget. There was another player that was being taken up on the elevator that we had to stop. It was a hockey player from Flyers days. But, man, it's we'll see. We all want him, right? Majority of us want him. I don't think it's really looking too good from us now for the betting perspective. We can continue to see that. I do believe he knows where he's wanted to go this whole time. Something just needs to clear, and it's going to happen. I believe it's going to happen early next week. But I said last Wednesday, too.
I don't know if it was if it was a YouTuber or a texter that said, if it doesn't happen by Friday, I'm out of the LeBron fan club. I'm done. I'm moving on. How many people out there feel that way? This is a hell of a thing to just toss out there at 147.
Oh, it's fine. No, I'll tell you straight up where I'm at. If he goes, almost to the point that if he goes back to Miami, I'm going to love it. Because now I'm back to hating LeBron James.
I've had to pretend to like him for so long now.
Well, I respect LeBron. I enjoyed some Laker games. I don't know.
Some Laker games. It's a hell of a way to qualify it. I watched a lot, but only some of them I came away satisfied.
Well, the reality is this. When they won, it was a whole different time in this world, right? So I didn't really sink my teeth into the bubble. And I did watch it, of course. We didn't have anything else to watch. But my point is...
Sure you weren't just rewatching The Last Dance again?
Yeah. A couple of years later, after that season, I never really looked at the Lakers as a championship contender.
That's
I know
fair.
that they were played and they had the pieces, but I just always felt like it's not a championship.
Anthony Davis, man.
Yeah.
What can you expect?
Yeah. But that's, what I think was missing from the equation of why the excitement wasn't there that I must watch LeBron James. He goes to Miami with Giannis. I'm back to hating him in the Miami Heat uniform.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not even saying about being a fan of his in general, though. I mean, there are people that I think are out on having LeBron here if it drags out past this week. It's like, I've moved past it.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I've not moved past that.
No. Anything
but
to
if
get
you want to
him.
hate LeBron after he doesn't pick Philadelphia, I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
What am I going to tell you?
Villains are good, man.
Yeah.
Could we do that for tomorrow's show?
Sure.
Top villains in
around
sports.
our Football Guy Friday as well.
Yes.
Which we have to organize who our football guys are.
Yeah, we need to get some football guys.
I meant to grab DeCecco before we left today. Be like, oh, we need you for 10 minutes tomorrow.
Yes. Roy Burton's going to be on the show tomorrow. I will make that happen.
We saw BLG at the Home Run Derby. I told him we're going to be hitting him up this week. That'll be tomorrow.
Yes.
So we'll find another football guy along the way. We haven't talked to James Palmer in a while.
Perfect.
So there you guys go. That was our pre-production show for tomorrow. Now,
football.
Here's our post-production show. Hit the YouTube chat recap.
It's time for the YouTube chat recap.
How about filling us in? Let me tell you something else, man.
Watch us live on YouTube every single weekday.
I can't lie. Let me tell you something.
It's the Middays with Marks YouTube chat recap.
Let's get it.
Sean Brace started his own HOA and has already started handing out warnings.
That's funny.
Tommy from the chat.
That's funny. That's a good take. And you know what? The angry neighbor will be a segment, will be a bit. And
Angry Brace.
that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We actually had someone send us lyrics for Angry Brace.
That's it. I'm in. He's got me. I'm going to have my own homeowners association. I like that.
Angry Brace, how loud the cries. He hollers. Hollers every day.
Yes.
My neighbor never shovels the snow. They're driving me insane. We could get someone with an actual singing voice in here. That'd be great.
All right.
Yeah.
We'll work on that.
I've definitely, my voice is pretty much on fumes at this point. What else do we got?
Can we get an over-under on the beer total from Brace and Dunn from yesterday?
Ooh.
Davoud from the chat.
Brace and Dunn. What type of damage did you do?
I don't know if I want to go on the air.
I
with this
know
one.
I had 6 easy on the boat. Easy.
I was around that number on the boat. I also had the welcome drink on the boat on top of those beers.
I had the welcome drink on top of the beers as well.
I know I had 2 at Union Yards before because I squeezed 2 in there before we went in.
I only had 1.
We had the nice taster of the Sun Cruiser as well.
Yes.
Which after the game, when I was waiting for my friend to get done, I was at Union Yards and had another Sun Cruiser.
It's pretty good.
And I had a multitude of Miller Lights in the Prime Point Social.
I probably had 2 Miller Lights at the game.
Invite me to events like that.
Yeah. There you go.
We'll make sure we have a good time.
Lock it in.
Yeah. Whatever it was, over. That's the answer.
It was a beautiful sunny day in the Delaware.
was.
What are you supposed to do?
Exactly. I had plenty of the unlimited food, too. All right, what else?
Brace couldn't do the 999 challenge. Ray might be able to. If Bayless from the chat.
I got Brace over me in that regard.
What is the 999?
9 innings, 9 hot dogs, 9 beers.
Oh, man, that sounds tough.
I can't. I could tell you that I'm not going to be able to do the eating
Dude,
part.
9 beers and I would be absolutely.
Well, we talking ballpark beers. That's what it's come back to. If we're doing tall boys, I'm out.
Yeah, you can't.
You can't.
Give me-
12 ounces.
12 ounces in a
Yeah.
2.5 hour period?
Yeah.
Okay, I could do that,
Yeah,
sure.
Sign me up for that.
Hot dogs? 9 hot dogs is a lot of hot dogs. And then, no. In the beginning, you're like, no.
I would start strong. I don't know if I could do the 1-1-1. Like,
Yeah.
in the first 3 innings, if you gave me the ability to pound, like,
Sure.
yeah, I would be rolling. The issue with that is the 1 inning, because, like, by the 6th inning, I think I'm sitting there like, it's hot.
Yeah.
Like, the 6th hot dog. It's the dogs, man.
Little League game, I can give you 6. Maybe a high school game of 7, but definitely cannot do 9.
Yeah. All right, what else we got?
Ray's got so many Tinder dates lined up, he has no time to go to the grocery store. Life's rough. John from the chat.
I've been working. It's not been dates. Monday night, I was at the home run. Since I moved in, home run derby, all-star game.
Yep.
I don't know what I did that Wednesday night, but it was definitely important in the moment.
Yep.
I had worked last Thursday night. I went down the shore, came back. Phillies game Monday, Tuesday. Union last night.
That's right. Keep it going.
It's not dates, guys. It's just I got a lot going on.
The summer of Ray.
No, it's summer of BP. I've seeded that. I realize it's not me.
Oh, Millie Pachilli.
I proclaim this the summer of George.
Summer of BP. What else we got?
John does Brace's laundry. Andrew from the chat.
No, the wife
No,
is
just his dishes.
Yeah, the wife is very good. Very good.
All right, one more.
What will happen first? LeBron makes his decision or Dutz becomes old enough to have an alcoholic beverage. Tristan from the chat.
Which I appreciate, Dutsy. Good stuff on the YouTube chat recap. Sam doing great stuff behind the scenes today.
Oh, I love it. Kate just emailed us from Philly PR girl.
Oh, no.
And she just said, yeah. She's taking the over on 6. It was perfect, Kate. What am I supposed to do? I'm drinking beers with Will Shipley, now member of Club Hertz, Ben Franklin, all the influencers in the Delaware Valley. It was a great time.
I went back to what I posted last night. The selfie of me and Ben Franklin. What in the world, man?
If you guys would have did the Titanic recreation, Ray, I
was a missed opportunity.
Yeah, I dropped the ball because you said it to me and I didn't connect the dots, believe it or not.
Yeah, it's all right.
I'm an idiot.
Every time I get on a boat, I'm like, what's the dumbest way I could recreate the Titanic pose?
It was just
And
yeah.
Ben Franklin felt like the dumbest way I could do that.
So every time you go to a boat,
I'd have that thought.
Huh? How many times have you been on a boat?
Quite a bit.
Oh, okay.
Quite a bit. I'd never done anything on the Delaware, though.
That's right. You did share with
I
me.
shared some information with you. I had never been on one of the boats of the Delaware, though. I felt like I got to live something through my college experience.
Ray was holding out on us, Dutz. He's a boat guy.
All right, folks, we'll be back tomorrow. Middays with Marks right here, 97.5 The Fanatic.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatics.